I am going to try and put the camera up. It's weird, I'm not quite center. I'm going to have to move over a tiny bit. It's also gigantic, so I might need to resize it. We can size
That's
that.
what she said.
No, this is like pointless, needlessly large.
Okay.
Needlessly large. Hello, viewers! Welcome to my needlessly large stream.
Good evening and welcome once again.
Great show, I'm gonna switch that to being a smaller thing. I'm very uncomfortable with being that large on screen.
Oh my goodness, it's like, yeah, I can't see your
It's quite irritating, the options in this. Broadcast camera. It's weird that I have to like go into specific options to actually
I wish we'd get these kind of semantics out of the road before we start going live sometimes.
No, the problem is with this here, the PlayStation, is it just makes it a lot more difficult to do that, whereas if you're like playing with like PC or capturing it by your PC or whatever and you know how to use the overlays, you can like switch scenes and stuff really easily. But the PlayStation, it's got the limit on the screen sharing time and everything like that there, you know?
So
The only
I've got
thing is...
two people live, Shibuya Kaho and Megatron Bison. So
you follow her, Dave?
I think I'm gonna click on Megatron Bison. I think that's the right one. Click on Megatron Bison. There, that's my voice.
You're echoing all over the place now.
Yeah, I'm echoing like a crazy mofo.
A big echo.
So you've gone with Chadrick Maaaayn?
Chadrick Maaaayn, yeah, that's his full name. And I
thought he would be Chadothan Man.
Chadothan, yeah, Chadwell. Well, we had arrived at this new spooky temple. Oh, I just walked into fire, that's the start. We had arrived in this spooky fiery temple, and we're going to get a new Shadow Man ability out of this, all being well.
I bet you know exactly where you're going to.
Yeah, of course I do. Don't be ridiculous. These ladies. Get out of my Shadow Man game.
Those ladies definitely have been to a few raves in their time.
I think so, yeah. They're into some bad music, I reckon.
Yeah, Scooter.
They're apparently playing Belfast.
The sister's awake.
My goodness.
Yeah, I could do without. Oh, Philip, I haven't sent like a Dave for let Andrew know I'm live. Do you want to let him know, or?
You can have the pleasure.
What?
Well, you're not
getting killed by night ladies. I'm trying to kill some night ladies. We'll give them
I'll try and drop Andrew a message.
Oh Jesus! Look at all this nonsense right here. What the frig is going on? What the hell is this place anyway?
Got it.
Particularly like the useless squad I just done there. Actually, they're still not hitting me, even though there's a ton of projectiles around, so I shouldn't be that intimidated.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're listening to.
Can't remember who done that song. What was the name of the person that done that? But I do remember the follow-up song, which was really terrible. I also remember the way she danced in the video, which was like that. A lot of that at a fairground.
Yeah, that looks familiar. You're very tiny on this screen.
That's much better though than being utterly gigantic. Like the box was double the size previously, so that was too much.
Well, I feel like that would be good. It's a good size, because if you're watching on your phone, you're literally like a wee tiny...
That's better, is it not?
You're not even postage stamp sized.
Then I have to go to this bloody screen again.
You've gotta pretend to be the Sigma male that you dream of becoming.
I don't dream of becoming any such thing.
You are a true Sigma is a lone wolf, so technically you are that man.
I'm not a lone wolf.
Shadow Man's definitely a Sigma, look at him.
Well, no, he's sure he's like hooked up with Nettie all the time.
I still think he's looking out for number one.
Oh yeah, I should let Andrew know.
I've just let him know. I've just messaged him.
Oh, you've messaged him? Ah, good stuff.
Yeah.
My phone just buzzed at me for some reason, but it was just to let me know that I'm streaming, which is very helpful.
That's much better. Like, you're small, but you're not literally a tiny figment of one's imagination.
But it was impossible to use, like when I was playing Blasphemous, because it would take up so much real estate on the screen, you know? Why am I even trying to get those pickups? They're not actually useful when I'm not using any sort of sub-weapon.
Hey, Pop. Good to see you.
Is Pop back?
Yeah.
Oh, Pop Street's back, alright. Thank you. I've just backtracked to the start. Are you actually kidding me?
Well,
How did I manage to backtrack with such great ease every single time?
it's deliberate, isn't it? It's
It
deliberate.
really is.
I've seen this one set of stairs so many times.
How dare you? Come on.
We've only just started.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Come on.
Oh, look at this. This is sweet.
Yeah, these night ladies are gonna come alive again.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Actually, they're gonna come alive when I hit the switch, aren't they? Night women, they're night women. They're women
The sisters
around.
awake.
I guess whoever done the voice acting of this game must have been really proud of that Sister Awake line, and, you know, was like, come on, can you not re-release this game and get that line in? I spent minutes perfecting that line. I assume that's how it went.
Yeah, I bet.
You seem
Don't think we
unconvinced.
have. I don't think we have an Andrew just yet.
That is a really bad case of cramps this statue has.
Of cramps?
Like menstrual cramps, like.
Dark souls
Well,
are mine.
my Michael's just having a wig out, but you see what I mean. It's a poorly done joke. Do you see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cramps or just menstruating? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, menstrual cramps. My favourite band, by the way. Actually, I've never liked the Cramps. Like, bar maybe a couple of songs, it's just not my kind of music. Are you a Krampus fan?
I don't have any strong feelings either way.
Crampi, as the fans are called. Crampy fries, as they're not known.
Definitely not, no.
Ah, it's just a drum. I thought actually that might have been... So I think I get some item in this dungeon if I explore thoroughly enough that will allow me to activate these weird drums, but as for now, I can do precisely fuck all with them. So, that's good. The switch... What does the switch do? It's done... I guess it just opened this door.
The game that needs a map. So what happens once you do the objective in this area then? You're able to take on one of the serial killers, or...?
So I think what I can do once I beat this area is be able to... certain lava I am actually able to walk through, so... Not that.
That's not an example of it.
That's not a good example now. That was a poor example. But certain areas I would be able to walk through the lava or wade through it, and then the final one you get allows you to swim through the lava. But being able to kill the 5, I think I can technically do that before I get the ability to swim in lava. I could be completely talking out of my arse about that, though. We will find out, obviously.
That would be exciting.
You sound incredibly sincere when you say that.
Filled with enthusiasm.
Oh, this looks like a shit show right here. Look at this nonsense. There's a switch over there. I'm guessing I want to hit that switch. But then there's also those night women. Which, I guess I'm going to hit a switch that swings this doofer around so I can reach that other switch? Is that how it's going to work? And no doubt I'm going to have to deal with all these here terrible women.
The sister's awake.
See? I was waiting for him to say that.
So it would have been here before, was there just no enemy?
You know what, I don't... 21 years. I don't remember.
Yes, same. I mean, just
Yeah, there's... I
better
don't
memory
recall...
than me.
I remember there being, like, big rooms where you had to kind of do, like, Tomb Raider-ish platforming challenges. So, potentially, as you say, it could have been an empty room, or maybe just different enemies? Maybe? All I know is there would have been a migraine from the frame rate.
Yeah.
I'm getting absolutely nuked by these wankers over here.
Terrible demons.
Yeah, what are you little wankers doing in my lawn?
Give me the stick, don't give me the stick.
Right. I don't think I actually hit the switch that time. Come on, Shadow Man. There we go.
That guy sounds like he's highly stressed.
The guy with the...
The guy that found those wee wankers on his lawn.
Well, to be fair, they could have got off his fucking lawn. It's something that I don't look forward to getting older about, is little kids.
It's literally like an icy lake though, but I love that it's his lawn. He reminds me a bit of Barry Burton. Or am I just trying to see Barry Burton everywhere I look?
Everywhere I look, he's all icy.
That's what that lyric is actually in reference to.
Yeah.
It's actually in reference to seeing Barry everywhere.
You obviously have to do it live, 9 Inch Nails style though, I think.
Yeah. There just isn't enough swear words in the original. So, gotta add a few more in. Otherwise you're not passionate.
And a good old come on and tell moo.
It's the singer's handbook.
Yeah, that's it, that's what you gain. Because there's something over there, and it ain't no man. I'm hoping it's like a Dark Soul or something useful. And that was some cracker platforming right there. Should I zoom in a bit more? Do you want a wee bit more Shadow Man up close in your...
bit more zoomage.
Yeah?
That's good. That's good.
See, I kind of always play racing games like zoomed out. Not completely zoomed out, but decent amount zoomed out. I'm definitely not like
you need it in a racing game, I think, in order to sort of get full scope of your surroundings.
See, a lot of people I knew, like brothers and stuff, like always had to play like in cockpit if you were like playing it. And I was like, are you mad?
That's giving me anxiety just hearing about it.
Like the joys of like Ridge Racer or something like that, drifting around the course, you have to be able to like see the other cars to drift through them like some sort of, racing god.
Also be able to sort of have some idea of what bends and corners are coming ahead and how tight they are.
Yeah. Little bend and a stretch.
So do you know what you're doing here?
Yeah, sorry, so I was getting that Dark Soul, but I had to actually use this awful platform to do so. And spin it round, and then to actually progress, I think I have to go over here. But to ultimately progress, I need to get as many of those Dark Souls as possible, so that's why I was taking the time to get that one. And unfortunately, I couldn't run and jump far enough from there to here, and that's why you have to spin the bloody bar around. It's just... Oh, that was fair. It's just one of those needlessly tedious things, you know what I mean? Huh. And I don't think... What on earth was that? Oh, okay, I see. I don't think there's any way for me to shoot that there, which is annoying, but I guess it is what it is, huh?
Like a Aldi Sans Fortress.
Aldi's... Well, this is prior to Sans. Oh, Christ. Come on, Shadow Man. Chadrick.
Just because it's prior doesn't make it superior in any way.
There we go. Some cracker 3D platforming action right there. And now I'm in a river of despair. This is going to end well. And by that, I mean...
You're gonna have to... Yep, that's what you're going to have to do.
Trust me, Cage, it's the only way.
Do you remember when we were last playing Dark Souls Remastered, and
yes.
those Capra demons weren't appearing in my game, but they were in
Oh
yours.
yeah.
And then vice versa.
Yes, that
Then
was
the opposite thing
strange.
happened. That was very strange.
People are very strange these days, but
Capra demons are very strange these days.
yeah, that Lost Izalith. Ugh. It's definitely Lost Izalith is a good argument for me. I pretend I can speak, but it's a good argument in my opinion for the fact that Dark Souls 3 is the superior game ultimately.
Andrew says, "We'll clap my cheeks. I'll be there soon." I'm just going to hit him back with a no kink shaming warning.
You please, that we should.
wanna make
Somebody's
sure
news just tuned in
prior-
there, so please also no kink shaming on this channel. Thank you very much.
Got it.
I did mean to download the bot that would automatically post that message, but that didn't happen. Dreams can come true, though. I'd like to point out.
Look at me.
Okay, so I think I'm actually back in the same room, except in a different position.
Classics.
Oh, suck my app.
Are you going to use a coarse swear word there?
Gonna use some naughty
In coarse language?
Yes, and I thought better of it. I bit my tongue. I didn't actually.
Some
bite my
dirty
tongue.
words.
Have you ever bitten your tongue? It's actually legitimately horrible
It's
when you do it.
horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there with stubbing your toe or walking on an upturned plug.
Or Lego, I suppose.
I don't really recall. I didn't really have a lot of Lego as a child.
Didn't have to be your own Lego. That was the worst thing.
Didn't have to be your own Lego. That's a good point. Philosophical.
In fact, I think that made it worse when it was other people's Lego. Like, perhaps that's like a website. Other people's Lego. I don't know why that would be a website. Please do not look for that website.
Andrew going to be with us. He's tending to his chicken tendies.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just told me. So, yeah, he'll be along soon.
Chicken and the Tendersons.
Okay.
Do you remember Bigfoot and the Hendersons? That was really crap.
I knew the reference you were making,
Yeah, no,
but
just
it
I had to
didn't
throw it
make
out
it
there,
any
just-
less weird in my mind's eye. Yeah,
I really
I
hated
didn't
the
like
show.
the way that thing looked. There's another thing I hated, Alf. I hated the way it
Alf
looked.
was a fucking dickhead anyway.
Just stuff like that there. Brown, wrinkly things, E.T. There's a lot of brown, wrinkly, strange looking creatures in the 80s.
E.T. I liked it as a kid, although I always
liked-
remembered
Yeah.
what do you call it thing? I remember the death scene being quite disturbing, obviously. Probably was intentional. And
Yeah, I was very upset by that.
then also in Gremlins, there's a bit where one of the Gremlins, I think it might be like the main evil Gremlin, Spike, is like hiding behind like some ET toys or something like that. There, it's a real like memory, and I used to like negatively associate ET with like evil Gremlins for that reason.
Did you not like the evil Gremlins? I preferred the first film, but I liked the evil Gremlin. I thought he was cute.
Look, like I mean, I'm not gonna shame the poor Gremlin, but like I prefer them when they're like wee fluffy guys, not when they turn into the green guys. Although they're like
I don't
hilariously
like when they're
obnoxious.
stinking. No, I like when they're furry. I need to make that delineation.
But they are quite funny when they're bastards. That's one thing I will say. They are quite amusing.
They're real obnoxious. They're really obnoxious, man.
I love the scene of them like in the bar and gambling, and like one of them shoots the other one and stuff like that. They're just they're real jabronis, I guess you could say.
Just it gets really kind of slapstick in a fun way, you know, where there's doesn't need to be any. It's like Laurel and Hardy, you know, where there's no speaking needed
Sure.
for you to.
Oh, this feels very Tomb Raider.
The sisters awake.
Oh god, more of these
Yeah.
wankers.
Definitely was taking quite a leaf out of Tomb Raider 1's book, I think.
All the games were, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just gotta kill these absolute shitbags again. Come on. Just die. Do you reckon, like, when Lady Diana was found, like, in the car, like, did the paramedic who, like, you know, called the time of death say, Princess dead, instead of Princess died?
When you said paramedic there, you sort of said pyromatic, and I thought you were gonna say pyromancer. And I was thinking, dude, I think you might be getting, like, real life confused with, I know, Dark Souls or something.
Well, I think real life's harder than Dark Souls.
Pyromancer finding her wouldn't have been able to help the situation, I don't think.
Well, I could cremated her for free.
It's true, but that's not helping her.
It is. It's like saving her family on bills.
Let's move on to a different topic.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Perhaps her family wouldn't have to worry about those kind of bills.
It's kind of what Liquid Snake was talking about, and or no, Solid Snake was talking about. Yeah,
that takes
whenever
care
he
of
made.
cremation.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
the original OG Snake voice.
Oh fuck my balls in the anus! Did you see how shit that was? That was crap.
Did you just walk off a platform you didn't mean to?
I did just do that. Really spectacularly pretty, just like the way I slid down there like some sort of lemon.
Some sort of lemon. I was very innocent. Considering the stuff that you come out with.
Lemon's got a sweet bass line.
You what now? What was that?
Lemon, it's a U2 song of
Dark Souls.
Acting Baby. Not Acting Baby, what do you call the follow-up? Surupa has a song called Lemon, and he sings it in like kind of silly falsetto the whole time, but it has a really killer bass riff. It really does.
Man can do falsetto like nobody's business.
Yeah, no, like fucking props in for that for sure. One of the last times, like, it might have been a couple of weeks ago, that Andy was streaming, like, the subject of U2 came up, and obviously, you know, the usual said Bono's a dick, and it's like, yep, you know, nobody's denying Bono's a dick. But I think he thought I was being facetious when I was like, I actually do quite like a lot of U2 now, even though I used to not. You know, that whole Irish thing of going, I hate U2, and then you kind of actually listen to them and go, okay, Bono might still be a dick, but there's some very good songs.
Yeah. Well, I've always maintained this.
Yeah, no, you did before me, to be fair.
Well, I did from like really early teens.
What about the statue then? What are you thinking
The
about him?
sister's awake.
I think it wants to give you a big hug.
It does give me those kind of vibes, to be fair.
I'm glad there's
Vibes, perhaps some would
a
say.
little bit of love.
Love's in need of a little love today. Do you know that song?
No, is it?
Stevie Wonder. It's off Songs in the Key of Life.
Okay.
It's a good one, actually. Well, it's really cheesy. It's, you know, it's Stevie Wonder schmaltz, but it's still good.
There's a lot of self-referential love lyrics in Celebrity Skin, so I was wondering if it might have been a creepy one that I was missing, or I don't think I would though. I think I know all the lyrics off that pretty well. That record.
Love kills herself.
The sister's awake.
With the bed sheets in her cell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like something like that, yeah.
Self on fire for you. One of my favourites off that album, actually.
One of my favourites too.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Is it my favourite off the album? It might be.
It's up there. I thought.
Boys on the Radio is probably my. Well, yeah, no, it's just a great album. I can't start to choose a favourite.
Maybe.
Feel too pressured. I'm pressuring myself now.
I really like. I'd have to look at the track listing, which I'm not going to do on stream. Although I'm tempted, but I'm not going to. But yeah, I'd say that maybe Reasons to Be Beautiful probably is my favorite, really.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
pretty good choice.
Dark Souls.
Pretty good choice. Definitely one of mine. Oh,
you done fucked up. What did you
I
do, kid?
done. I done fucked up. I
You
did.
goofed.
Did I? Did it make a loud noise?
I heard a minor rattling. It wasn't too bad.
A ruffling. I still have one of the ruffle bars left, so
Ah,
if
you've
I
been
get,
meeting them out, have you?
I have been very good actually. I had one
I've been having like a
in
daily
some
ruffle
years.
bar, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, the inner
Got
stores
it for
are disgusting,
yourself.
Andrew. Yeah.
To hell with that this time.
Now, is this the door I have to go in? I don't think I've been in this room, although it
They're
looks very
very
similar to the rooms I've been in before.
you and I doors.
Ian,
Yeah,
Ian, see, nah.
yeah. It looked
My
like some
Latin tenses
Latin
of Ian,
tenses.
oh, you
Oh
fucking
shit!
Ian Amos.
This man can give us Latin tenses, but he can't jump from a platform to another platform nearby.
Well, fuck you. I did actually activate some sort of basic form shortcut though, so there is that.
Did you also change your feelings on Jump King? Feel like you want to try it sometime?
Absolutely ridiculously not. Like, I mean, I honestly think it's getting to be sad that you're actually thinking like that I'm gonna change my mind
I
on
don't
it.
know
It's like
why
you're
it's
deluding
sad. It's
yourself.
like it's got all the hallmarks.
Delusional.
It's got all the hallmarks of a Maggie game.
It's absolutely not.
You like a tough 2D platformer.
Yeah, but I like an
It is
enjoyable
a
one.
really tough, and it's got all. Listen, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna sell it to you. I
Listen,
think I
honey.
might. I think I. You know what? I thought I would have liked to have given it a go, and the more I've watched it being played,
So what makes you think I
Shady's
should
back.
suffer?
The more I've watched it being played, the thing. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something, Megatron.
Let me tell you something.
let me tell you something about why I've changed my mind about Jump King and why I think it would actually just be a total melt and
You need
very little
patience.
enjoyment. It's just that there's so many non-obvious jumps and clipping into the next screen.
Yeah.
And it's like basically you're having to learn, and it's a memory game. And that's the part where I'm like, I'm checking out. I'm not doing that because
Sure.
I'm not. Yeah, don't really want to rely on my memory for like being able to do a certain jump and time it in a certain way, and jump bouncing off other pieces of scenery
Sure.
in a very unusual way. So it's not. It's like non-intuitive. Deliberately to fuck with you. So props to anybody who can get through it and all, and I'm sure in another life, if I was 14 again,
I don't have the patience. It's as simple as that. My language would be like beyond reproach playing something like that. It would be
I could imagine you
cancelled
breaking
immediately.
controllers and shit. Yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
cancelled and you'd be breaking stuff.
Not in the Fred
You'd, be,
Durst style.
you'd have Jonathan Davis there. Yeah. Some things ain't bra,
Some things ain't bro.
and Jump King ain't one of them. Is one
Exactly.
of them. That was
Good grief.
I seem to remember that was something that kept being said around New Year's.
That's right. It's true, some things improv though. Like, I mean, some people need to realize this. And what is
Hey, thanks, Andrew. I'm glad you like the new logo. I adore it. I'm over the moon with it.
so? There's going to be
It's
some.
been a work in progress for about 6 months, so I'm chuffed to finally be able to reveal it to the world,
Where are
to
the
the
fucking,
handful of people who care.
what the fucking switches did? Oh, I think I realised now.
Oh, so you have to activate those ladies. They don't just activate themselves.
No, this is very OG Tomb Raider doing something like that. Do I have to like platform around there as quick as I can to actually get access to that, or I suppose we'll find out very soon.
When the fire goes out. Yeah, chain. What a chain. You've got the LP of that too.
Which one, sorry?
Well, gel, as the kids say.
Which one, sorry?
Celebrity Skin. You have
Oh
the
yeah, I've
record.
got the orange one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice indeed.
Do it yourself. I've not said that to many ladies in a long time, Andrew. I prefer to participate in the activation myself.
Good grief.
Well, that would be said. Come on. It didn't really have to be said, and I apologise.
I didn't.
But I don't apologise that much.
Cancelled. Cancelled.
Good grief.
Cancelled.
I think good grief is an appropriate summary for that. It's the thrilling, engaging combat that
I think
keeps
Andrew
bringing me
needs.
back to Shadow
Andrew,
Man.
I'd like you to remind Kat that there's no king shimming around here. So, you know, for anyone.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. I will get that bot installed.
Thank you,
know.
Andrew. Excellent.
So,
You can always count on Andrew to make sure he reminds people of it. That's very important.
This is how he reminds me of what I really am. Oh, God. I keep referencing songs that actually make me feel sick in my stomach, and that was one of them.
I don't know what it was you referenced, but I laughed at how you said it in such a forlorn manner.
It was Nickelcack. Your favourite band?
Andrew's just said, just call me the kink police. That's great.
That's, I like the Kinks. I don't like the Police. I'm just thinking of music aloud now.
I don't like kink shaming.
You don't like kink shaming? Well, you're on the
No,
right
I
channel,
really don't.
honey. Ah,
I really
fuck
don't.
my
It's,
nuts.
it's genuinely it's genuinely something that I don't like. All jokes aside, no irony.
No
Hashtag.
irony?
Yeah, just seriously, I really don't like it.
Not even a little bit of irony?
No,
There you go.
I'm being very, very serious when I say that.
Now you know. And knowing's half the battle, as they say in G.I. Joe.
Knowing's half the battle, exactly.
So I think it's this way. I had to go this way.
This way. So, how's your week been so far? We're early in the week, so has it off to a good start?
No, Monday was horrific, and I'm glad that I booked this day off in advance, because I've been in physical pain from stress. Sorry to be so real. So I'm glad to... Oh,
It's like
geez.
the meme where you ask someone how they're doing and they give you the honest answer. I'm asking for the honest answer. I don't want no bullshit bakery.
No?
No. I would know you were lying anyway.
Tell me lies.
Tell me... I'm not gonna say that.
Got it.
Sell me sweet kitty fries. Yeah, Anna stores. Could definitely live without them. A commonly
live
uttered
with them.
sentence, I'm sure, by most people. There we go. Oh, that was very close. I suppose I should be
I
more
can't
careful.
live with or without them.
Yeah, what do I do? What do I do?
So you don't have any sweet new abilities yet?
Well, not yet. I'm working on it. I'll get there. In fact, I will literally get there at the end of this temple. I should. I've also a decent amount of Dark Souls from this temple so far, which is pretty good. Oh, fuck! You know what?
That was some schoolboy error.
That was some
That's
skill
right there.
error. I'm not going through all that walk back again. That's a
I know
walk
that
of
you-
shame that I ain't
I
prepared
know
to
that
do.
you definitely just goofed there.
Well, a gift especially there now, given that I just jumped into a fireball. That was lame.
The little
Oh, fuck.
urns are regenerating now. Where did the thing go in the middle?
I've just realised that I must have made a, like, whatever you call it, quick save before I actually came into this room, so I can't really do much of anything here. Oh, there we go. And I think I can make that. Yo! That wasn't a bad effort, right? Good vibes only, come on. Can I do that? I can, okay. And I nearly jumped into a fireball again. But I think the important thing is I didn't, right?
Yeah.
There could be a cadeau over there, and those are good. Actually, there's a really easy way to find out if that's a cadeau over there, isn't there? Just jumping over there for nothing. Made a great big Egypt of himself. Oh, fuck. This looks like fun.
Oh dear.
By fun, I mean like testicle cancer. Testicle cancer, just to make you aware, not fun. Just in case you were thinking, I wonder. This certainly is a room. You ever been tempted by a Roomba? Because I haven't, given the fact that, you know, I have stairs.
What is it?
Like these little hoovering robots.
Well, your house isn't entirely made of stairs. You could still have one.
My house
Do you
was
need to
entirely
not
made
have
of stairs.
stairs?
Like, I would be in a perfect position if, like, Ed 209 ever attacked me.
You would. It would also be like Jareth's palace.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I kind of wish my house was Jareth's palace, just because then I'd probably, in all likelihood, be Jareth at that stage.
You're not gaslighty enough to be Jareth, I don't think. You need to be a lot more like manipulative and gaslighty and kind of needy to be Jareth.
See, the cool thing would be, like, I'd be David Bowie.
It's like, what?
The cool thing would be
David
that
Bowie?
I would be David Bowie, but then the sad thing would be I'd be hitting on kids, you know, so it's like...
Yeah, you're getting into some U-tree territory there.
But at the same time, she'd grow up to be Jennifer Connelly. Like, there's a lot of, you gotta really finally weigh up the decision-making process
It'd
here.
also be another one that we change the subject of, or, you know?
Yes, perhaps that's appropriate.
Probably. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus.
Woo.
Christ alive. Right, we're looking for switches. And ways up there. Great. Oh, nuts. Nuts and sacks. Together at last.
I mean, if they weren't together, that would be really concerning.
Well, what if you were just talking about, like, macadamia nuts or something like that?
Yeah, but we're not, though. We're never, that's never what we're talking about.
How do you know?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good grief.
I'll say.
Did you get any further in JoJo?
No. In JoJo? No, I didn't.
And then presumably no further in Phoenix Wright either then.
Also, negative. Because I've just been trying to sleep. And
Well,
if
that's
I
also important.
do either of those things, that usually entails not sleeping.
Jesus Christ, look at the state of this. It was right there all along.
The sister's awake.
Have they given us any? Has he tried to give us any lore on the sisters?
No, I don't believe so. Oh, and they're banned from Leeds. I think they formed in 1982 or something like that. That'll have to be done, I'm sorry. I would have been like negative goth points otherwise.
The sister's awake. The dark souls are mine.
He's very possessive, this shadow fella, isn't he?
He's very happy with himself, and I'm happy for him.
Did I reference Sister Sister earlier? I do remember it, Andre, because I really remember the tuneless theme. Because it was like, Sister, Sister! It was very, very tenuous.
Never knew how much I missed her.
Yeah, yeah. How'd you miss her? Because she was with her every fucking episode.
Yeah, no, there wasn't. It's not a lot of realism in those lyrics, but.
Bunch of shite, some might say. Me,
A bunch of shite.
Yeah. I didn't really like those Nickelodeon shows. Oh, suck my nuts. Back in the lava again. They could have been conjoined. Well, that probably would have made for a more interesting show, to be fair. Probably another one I wouldn't have wanted to watch, though.
I remember, don't know what it was in. I feel like it might have been in some like little extra booklet that you got free with a SNES magazine or something.
Sure.
But I seem to remember it told you what like the different Street Fighter characters' favorite ice cream flavors were.
Oh, there's one of those I've got for Mortal Kombat 3, specifically.
I'm pretty sure that Ryu's was unsurprisingly vanilla.
Oh, come on now. What are you trying to imply about Ryu?
Ken's was, I think, mint chocolate chip.
I think you're
used to
definitely
like
thinking
it
of
a
the
lot
Mortal
of the
Kombat
time.
one, you know?
They don't have their favorite ice cream in it, do they?
Yes, they so do in this here. I could actually dig out the booklet, that's the sad thing. I've actually
No,
got
but
it.
you definitely have you have one for.
Not for Street Fighter one where it says about their thing. It only really said their dislikes and likes in Street Fighter. So like, for instance, you know, Zangief hits fireballs and stuff like that there.
I was nearly sure it gave you their favorite colors and their blood type and what
The blood
their
type's
ice cream
definitely given in Street
flavor
Fighter.
was.
Except for, and weight, except for Chun-Li's weight, she wouldn't tell, was always the thing, which I thought was like, you know, silly because Cammy gave her weight, so what was Chun-Li like so embarrassed about?
That's up to her. It's private business, isn't it?
I suppose so. Maybe she'd piled some more. Who knows? Maybe she'd lost too much.
Or maybe, you know, she's got all that muscle and those big thighs, and she probably has like a higher weight because muscle weighs more than fat.
This is true.
So.
But then,
Just
like,
put-
anybody in a fighting tournament should
scary
know this
out
and
there.
not be shaming her anyway, so...
And welcome to the stream, everybody.
Welcome to the stream. Good grief. Nobody was fat shaming there, now come on.
No, but we weren't putting out the most enthralling conversation when we're talking about.
Look, that was a fascinating conversation. If people aren't here to listen to like us discuss Chun-Li's weight limits given in Street Fighter booklets, then they can definitely go elsewhere. Please don't go elsewhere. I'm so lonely.
The sister's awake.
So I don't know what those switches actually done, except activate these losers. So last night, playing the Bloodborne remake, it was that horror of going, oh yeah, you can't actually spin the camera using the right analog stick. It was out there, you know, having to use L2 and R2 to flip the camera. That's definitely something I'm glad that's been consigned to the dustbins of history.
Yeah.
What are these doing? Indeed. Well, it's activated them. Thankfully they're not too threatening. riveting combat. I've got to stop dumping on the combat, don't I? Like, I mean, early 3D games didn't particularly have good combat in anything. Can you
Some
think of,
things
like...
that don't need to be said.
Well, I'm trying to think, like, a early, like, PS1, N64 era game, like, that wasn't first person, right? Where, like, the gun combat or melee combat was actually entertaining in any sort of way.
Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't really count though because it's live action combat. I love the CQC in Metal Gear.
Yeah, but
It's top.
that's... You're kind of talking... That's Metal Gear, what? 3 by the time they introduced the CQC, right?
Well, no, like, is there not a speech that the Colonel gives Snake whenever gets out of the water and he's got his snorkel gear on?
Snorkel gear.
They talk about the CQC.
No. CQC is definitely not mentioned until
Okay,
the
well, the
boss.
punch kick then in Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, you like that there,
It's
the
called
dirty...
CQC later, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
fair
didn't.
enough.
It's still combat in a game.
Yeah, it is combat technically, sure. It's not too bad though, like compared to, again, I've said many times before, compared to the combat like in Tomb Raider, where it was just lock on the enemy, jump left, jump right, jump left, jump right, lose the will to live, jump left, jump right. Did get a Dark Soul there, so that's not so bad, and I can push this Bernie block, which
Burn your wee
that was good.
fingers.
It led me into 2 fireballs, just to be sure. And... ooh, I can actually get that, huh? Oh, nut sacks and ball sacks!
Unbelievable.
Don't you look at him sass talking me when he dies? He's the one that died, he shouldn't be, like, given that much lip, I don't think.
How did I go Phil Parappa, Andrew?
Did you actually play through Parappa, Louise?
No, I didn't play through it. But it was, I think you played it.
Did I play
And
it with you? Yeah. It's weird, I don't recall doing so, but I must have, at some point. Oh crap, look at this shit.
I love whenever... It's my favourite thing whenever the,
Yep.
out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's the punch kick, Andrew.
Punch kick
CQC. Punch. Roundhouse.
Well, the original it was the really crap, like, punch, and then the really crap high kick, the, like, real kind of girl power kick.
That's right, a girl power kick.
It
Yeah.
was very Jerry Halliwell.
It wasn't until Metal Gear Solid 2, wasn't it, that he did the roundhouse at the end?
Yeah.
When he was Iroquois Pliskin.
Iroquois Pliskin. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. At least the game itself called out how lame that was with the, well, I get the Pliskin part.
That game definitely has some of my absolute favourite dialogue and just absolutely crazy reasons for things, like the pseudoscience that's not even pseudoscience.
Whoops.
Like, it's just total anime, it just goes full anime. It's great.
The MGS2 are you on about? Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely the explanation for Vamp was
Yeah,
a personal
the whole
favourite.
backstory and the explanation is great.
Yeah, and then it turned out,
No
no, he
spoilers,
was
so
actually
we don't want to spoil it in case someone's not played it and they want to find out about Vamp's background.
Vampo machines. What's this?
That would be... You'd be gutted to have had Vamp spoil free on a Shadow Man playthrough.
Yeah, I actually think I can hard relate to that. This whole I would do an MGS2 stream, fair enough, because I've not played the well, I have played the living dick out of it, but not as much as I've played through Metal Gear Solid 1. So
I would do one if you do two, because I would rather play through one than two. I've played through two more recently, and
okay.
yeah. So.
I have to like wait for the gods to align perfectly so I don't get hit by this here stupid fireball, or do I just strafe? Well, that was good. Jesus Christ, Shadow Man, get your act together. No!
Ooh.
No, he's gonna get hit! I can see it! No.
No.
Yes! Dreams can
His denim is unscorched.
Ooh. Right, you know what? Just because I keep falling in the lava like an absolute chimp, I'm gonna drop a quick save there. And
Like monkey.
like, well, no, I think a monkey would actually make the jump, wouldn't it?
I think a monkey could make the jump, yeah. I think a monkey would make a fool out of you.
Cheers.
Like Bobby Brown made out of Whitney.
Oh, I've already been here.
Did you like that segue? Back to Whitney again.
It always comes back to Whitney. It
It
all
always
comes back
comes
to
back.
Whitney, apparently.
It always comes back.
R.I.P. Whitney Houston. Gonna get that hashtag going.
Get this hashtag going.
It's important.
Rip Whitney.
Rip Whitney.
Rip Whitney. Y2K.
What? Jesus Christ alive.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Thank you, Andrew. You're always
Thanks,
there
Andrew.
in those hashtags, fella. Those great big hashtags you got there.
When I'm on my deathbed and I need someone to bust out some hashtags, I know Andrew will pull through. I just couldn't be having anybody kink shaming while I'm on the deathbed.
Hang on a minute. How am I
Gone too soon.
I think I might have to get something that spins this doofer around. I don't think I can get in there just yet.
Can you get down to that lower anus?
I'm going to try this door first. Oh, hang on, that's a switch. That's probably going to do the job. Ah, yeah, I'll do that before I do
Doors
these
definitely
screws.
didn't look as sphinctery in the original PS1, but then nothing really looked like anything.
Let's try this. Oh, you absolute ballsack! Why wouldn't he grab onto that? What's his actual fucking problem? Thank you. Now I like you again, Shadow Man. We are now friends once more. We are now no longer friends, Shadow Man. I rescind that offer of friendship. How do I leap off that without becoming a scorchy boy? How do you think?
Spicy boy?
It's the fact that he has to like glitch into the wall like some sort of big anus as well.
Hashtag rip Shadow Man.
Can't do this till I get the guard. Oh, okay. Okay, so I have to come back with the ability to do the fiery walk. That's fine. Thank you very much, Pop. I mispronounced your name again. Right. That's good, I've got the pointer, and I know not to waste my time trying to deal with that.
Thanks, dude. There's that big huggy friend.
Big huggy friend? Oh yeah, okay. The statue in the background. I was temporarily confused there. There we go. Oh.
Oh, nicely done. Smooth.
I'm halfway
Very
there
smooth.
now. I'm not going to backtrack just yet, although I probably should have. What the fresh hell? That platform wasn't moving before, was it? Or maybe it was. And I just didn't pay attention. In fact, I'm probably going to go with that I wasn't paying attention. In fact, I'm almost certain that I wasn't paying attention. Ow.
Oh, gonna have to refresh that shortly.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be there. Like the Baywatch theme, I'll be there in a jiffy.
I was actually thinking of young MJ, maybe? I'll be there. I don't know if that was Young MJ actually. Second
I
bit.
remember Mariah Carey singing it, didn't she?
Yeah, but I thought it was like a.
Just call my name.
Yeah, is that not Young?
That part where he said reloading the save sounds very tempting all of a sudden. Right, okay.
Young MSJ?
That door, I bet you I can't get to that door. I think I'm gonna have to come back with the flamey walk ability, so I'll try this door with the women instead. Yoink.
Sexy but not dirty. Hashtag that, Andrew. Hashtag sexy but not dirty.
For all those Purple Rain fans that are sure to be watching. You know I got enough problems. Oh, great.
But it's words to live by.
Can you think of anything that was sexy but not dirty?
Loads of things. Yeah, tons of stuff.
Go on. This is going to be like the candy of 100 uses. Name one.
It really is already like that, actually. It really is.
You're needed in the basement, are you?
I know the exact thing you made for the Simpsons. It's like walking down the stairs. I'm definitely walking down the stairs right now, miming the stair walk.
That's how quickly he looks back up to see that Homer's still there.
It's so shit.
Oh man, it used to be so good. It used to be
Here,
about the
dude,
music.
refresh the SharePlay.
Okay, before these ladies have a go at me, I'll do that. Give me 2 seconds, please.
Birthday.
We'll be with you in a jiffy. And I'm going to take before this tea gets too cold.
Crampage.
It seems to think that there's still a timer going. It's being a real scrote. Why is the SharePlay always such a scrote when I'm trying to reactivate it?
I've left SharePlay.
Right, I'm trying that again. Oh, sugar. Do 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 do. 3 points to Gryffindor if you can tell me who done that song.
I have no idea. It's an oldie.
It is an oldie, yes. It is an oldie.
Is it the
Sisters away.
Temptations?
No, no, no. So it was actually an imaginary band called the Archies. They were an animated band invented for the song, believe it or not.
An imaginary band? Well, like the Gorillas?
Kind of like pre-Gorillas, yeah, the Archies. So it was like kind of invented almost like as a weird kind of marketing thing for the song. A lot of people thought that it was the Monkees for a while. And then Monkees claimed that they had been offered it, but then the people that authored the song said, no, we never offered it to the Monkees, and all that kind of stuff. The
And you come
Monkees.
through there with those excellent hashtags that are now official canon for both your and my future streams.
My future wife.
My future wife, yeah. There's no other word for that.
There is no other word for that.
No other word for
What
it.
madness do you refer to?
Female king of goth.
Hello viewers, apologies in advance for my existence. And most things that come out of my sphincter-esque mouth. It doesn't seem as though there's any way to get over there just yet. That seems like a real... You'll come back here. And they're gone. I guess sphincter-esque mouth was too much for them.
Yeah, I thought that might not have been the best opener for new viewers.
I think it's better to be
Try not
honest.
to be weird when they arrive. Might
Better to be
okay.
honest, though. Like, you know.
Yeah, but like, ease them in.
Ease them in. Can you
Yeah.
ease in, honestly?
Oh, yeah.
What? This is secret area?
The sisters awake.
Oh, nuts. Lots of awakening sisters here. Can you please die? I'm really putting in some like real hot combat effort here, aren't I? fact that I'm just kind of button mashing and walking up to them. I actually do have a shield that I could use against them. So there are those fiery doors that I could technically open here. This seems to be some sort of irritating maze. Do you know that there was actually a game called The Irritating Stick?
On what console?
I think it was on the arcade. Was it The Irritating Stick? And then there was one on the Game Boy Advance. I don't think it was called The Irritating Stick though. I can't recall. But it was like essentially the same game, where you kind of like have to guide a stick around a maze and not collide with the walls. But the
Sounds like
arcade
a
like
suck.
shot a blast of air in your face if you fucked up.
Okay, that's quite a cool idea though.
Yeah, I've seen Arno play that one on Game
Did you?
CX. Yeah.
Did you see the existence of typing with the dead, or was it basically the, what do you call it, arcade game I used to play loads?
Oh, so Typing of the Dead was on the Dreamcast.
Typing of the Dead. Yeah.
I didn't see the speedrun of that on GDQ. If that's what you're referring to?
That's not what I'm referring to, but I just seen that it existed and it's currently still an arcade machine in Japan.
Oh, so it actually... I didn't think it had actually been released in the arcade.
It was cute looking because it was just two very old keyboards that are very yellowed with age in front of an old screen, and I just thought that's so cute and quaint and fun.
Yeah. It's, they make you type some extremely bizarre, amusing sentences. That's part of the appeal. There was one that I actually did have on the PC. It was like based on the Ace RPG series, which was Ace typing tutor, but it was far too hard. Like I couldn't type that fast without, being able to backspace to make corrections to typos. Because I could type fast, but I had to make a lot of quick corrections as well. So the fact that I couldn't do that just basically was my undoing. Let's just put it that way.
It does be like that.
Yeah, sometimes things be like that. Okay, now what on earth are we here? Just looking for secrets, you know? There's a lot of sphincter doors kicking around here.
How do you feel about that?
Awkward, I suppose. That's the only appropriate response to that. I think I'm about to get the ability to walk on fire. Yay! Progress! That's what we like.
He's harnessing all that power so he can use it in that later.
Fire, walk with me.
Oh, look at that. Look at that man.
That shadow man.
That's who he is.
Chadrick man.
Running on pure lava like an absolute Chad from Base.
How's he always a Chad? It's not fair.
Why is he not a Chad?
Because, I don't know, I don't think he's like... Does Chad not mean that you're like a bit of a fucking jerk or bozo?
It can be used in a couple of different ways.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
it's sort
on.
of... Well, not always used as an insult in the, streaming community, let's put it that way.
Okay. Sigma Shadow me. See now it's taking layers on layers here. Aha! Now I can just walk in
Wow,
here.
look at that.
The dark souls are mine.
They're
Excellent
not, they're
stuff.
mine. They're mine.
How many till I get my next flamey level, I wonder?
It looks like a really expensive Easter egg that your nanny got you, doesn't it?
Those Dark Soul things?
Yeah. But the chocolate's probably cheap. It tastes cheap, like cooking chocolate.
Yes, no. Well, again, I think I said to you before, I remember eating cooking chocolate and actually quite enjoying it.
We've all been there, sir.
It had like a really
Or
intense
madam.
chocolatey taste. Let's just put it that way.
I did just recently eat a chocolate Santa, which was a gift from my
Okay.
parents. And the chocolate was amazing on it, and it was like that cheap sort of chocolate, but man, sometimes it hits the spot.
Fair.
Sometimes it just hits the spot, you know? Intense.
Chocolicity.
Of our city.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Like Joe Beasley. Cheeky
Christ.
monkey.
You need to see the recent Cheeky Monkey, Dave.
I didn't.
God, I can't
That's
believe
right,
you've
he's
not
back,
seen it.
isn't he? So if I got... How many levels do I have there? It's still the 6. Fine, okay. And I came in through that fiery door there, right? So I think there's still another couple of souls I can get here. One more, in fact. But I think there's also, like, the drum item I need to get.
Nothing.
Were you insulting me?
No.
I believe in God.
I believe in God.
We definitely don't sound like we've got mental problems anyway. So I could... This was just back here where I already got this here one. Remember I jumped onto the middle and then I done a very glorious flame-based suicide. So... How do I get my last Dark Soul and how do I get my crazy drum, I wonder?
Do you recall, you know, if you're, I'm sure similar to myself, you probably kind of played a couple of games in tandem at a time back in the day, jumped between a couple just maybe for variety, but
Sure.
was there anything else you can recall around this time when you were playing Shadow Man that you would have been playing through a similar era?
I think I probably finished Parasite even in around the same sort of time.
Oh, the game I always wish I'd played. Oh, it's so good.
I don't think you would have liked it at the time. I don't think till
Okay,
you got
fair
some
enough.
JRPG experience you would have actually
Sure.
enjoyed it whatsoever.
Oh, right, shit, okay. I thought
it's-
maybe I would have, because it was dark or whatever, but
It's dark, yeah.
maybe
for
just
sure.
a wee bit sort of not welcoming, you mean?
It's really unless you know how to abuse the mechanics of it, I think it's very hard. I could be alone in that assessment.
You don't
of
hear
it.
too much said about it now, though, in kind of retrospective terms.
There was a speed run I seen someone do of it recently, but they were doing it on New Game Plus so that they had a bunch of shit basically that they could use and stuff like that there. But yeah, it's kind of generally considered the first one's the good one, and then it's really diminishing returns after that. I don't mind the second one because it's essentially just hey, do you remember Resident Evil? Except you're given a couple of psychic abilities or something like that there, you use as magic attacks. But yeah, it's good. It's good enough. Put it that way. The second one's okay, and then I think the third one is considered to be horrific. It didn't even have the Parasite Eve name attached to it. It was just called Third Birthday for some reason.
That's kind of strange.
It's also had this whole mechanic where your energy bar was displayed by your clothes being lost as you were shot. One of those games. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one way to,
Yeah, and people kind
You-
of felt that it really cheapened the main character Aya, because it's sort of okay, she's been through all this shit in the games, and then all of a sudden you're turning her into a hentai game character or something like that.
she was
Yeah.
a test subject, wasn't she, or something?
it's weird. It's very complicated. Let's just put it that way.
Would it be worth me watching like a let's play of someone?
Not unless they were
through it?
letting all the cutscenes play out and like you were ready to do a lot of reading, because there's like, you gotta remember it's PS1 era, and even though it was on 2 discs, there's like no voice acting whatsoever.
Is
So
it
there's
like kind
a
of
lot of dialogue to go through.
Legacy of Kain level dialogue?
Not as well written. And there's some like major fucking lore dumps at points, like absurd
Legacy of
levels.
Kain, yeah, it's like pleasure because it's written so. There's so much love has gone into that, and
The dialogue.
rich dialogue, excellent voice acting, brilliant.
It's not
Would
door
you
over there.
play through it, or you were planning to play through it? Weren't you?
I would play through the first one. I wouldn't play through.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I probably wouldn't play through. What do you call it? Okay, I think I've. This is. I think I've got everything I'm going to get out of this bloody area. Is what I'm trying to purely say here, but I don't think.
Look at you running, and you say you're not a Chad, running across lava in trainers
And trainers.
and a pair
Gullies.
of gutties. Yeah, his PE gutties, not even getting singed.
I legit don't know where I get this bloody drum, but I think it's somewhere in this temple is the only thing, and it allows you to like start
Is it
opening certain doors and stuff, and that's kind of
Is
like,
it a lambeg drum?
it's not a lambeg, but I wish I knew where it was, because it's very useful, basically. Well, it's not especially useful, but it definitely allows you to open stuff and get more items. Did you see how crappily I just done there and backtracking? That was good, wasn't it? That wasn't shite.
It's enthralling to be part of this.
Cheers. Such a dick sometimes, you know. Can't wait to shit on your streams.
Excuse me.
Not literally, like, I mean, that would be disgusting, come on.
Yeah, but you'd have to be there to be supportive for me.
Oh, right, so I have to be supportive of you.
Yeah,
That seems fair.
I'm glad you think so.
Women. Yeesh, women.
Don't you blaspheme in here?
No. Wrong game, kid.
You better think.
Alright, I just got chopped there because I'm an idiot. But
It didn't seem to do anything at all to
I did
your
actually
character.
lose some health. But you gotta remember,
did
I
you?
got to extend my energy bar out last time, which was pretty cool.
Holy shit, please advance beyond this section.
Well, I just don't want to miss this drum if it's somewhere here that I can get it now, rather than having to try and remember how to backtrack here. That was all I was trying to do, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I may have exhausted everywhere I can be here. But then where else would I go to get it? I'm a bit confused, I have to be honest with you.
Andrew, I'm busy at the moment, so it just really depends when I feel like it.
Let's
I also need to probably buy a couple of bits and pieces.
well, you need a capture card, don't you?
I would do, yeah, just to kind of make it possible. So, yeah, there's a few things need to be put in place, but I really, really do want to do it. And I can't stress enough. They would be casual playthroughs. They're not meant to be some kind of fucking... We would be mining all of the dialogue and all of the cutscenes. Because...
Okay, that's just where the sisters
You
came
know.
from. I think I've been everywhere I can possibly be here, to the best of my knowledge. I don't think I can actually... Like, if the drum is in this area, I don't know how to get to it yet, and... Furthermore, I don't know if I can get to it yet. Lots of pouring blood. But I No, I don't know how I'm supposed to get it. The only thing is, though, I'd really like to get it now because, as you know, if I backtrack, all the enemies are going to respawn. So, you know the joys of having to deal with respawning enemies.
Yeah. I sure do.
Well, I can just do this now, I suppose.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember that you've got that ability, isn't it? Sometimes you're like, shit, oh, I can do it.
Well, I only just got it, so I'm going to cut myself a break here. And that's just back to here. Oh my god, have I backtracked again by accident somehow? I think I might have.
I remember the agony of this, of these rooms and these sections.
I think I just backtracked a little too far.
Who's that chap up in the...
Sorry? Should I just
The
walk?
upper right walkway? Oh, it's just a spinning
there,
thing.
yeah. Oh, there was a switch here. Which lowered that. That's how you were supposed to get this, huh? Right. Well, that
This
definitely
is
didn't
so
happen.
Tomb Raider. Yeah.
That definitely didn't happen. I kind of glitched it out instead. I kind of am more impressed with the way I got it. I think it was cooler. You can agree as well, by the way.
Yeah, it was really cool the way you did that.
Thank you.
Class. Loved it.
Definitely sounds sincere. That's the thing that I like. It's the sincerity that really sold me on it, in fact. Breaks my fucking heart. This is back into this shithole of a room. Fine.
Oh,
It should be easy to find the exit, or so you would think. Chadrick, man. Get your act together, sir.
I remember waxing my own legs, and it was literally less painful than this.
Oh, fuck off. You're such an arsehole. How dare you.
And it was the most horrific thing that I've ever
I've
experienced
waxed
in
my
my
own
life.
legs. I've also waxed my own arms, which was... that was sore. They bruised. Spoilers.
It was honestly just the worst experience of my life, I think, where it was just one of those like, now I've started, why am I finishing? Why have I done this to myself on both legs as well? Oh, and the amount of time and pain that it takes. Oh my goodness.
No, like, I think, like, it's supposed to be... it's supposed to be better to wax them, though, isn't it? Like, to, if you, like, wax your own legs, like, it's supposed to, like, stop the regrowth, and...
Lies. Evil lies.
Is that all bullshit?
I don't care. I know what I experienced, and yeah,
So
hell,
you're saying the cabinet minister of the CIA, all of it?
all of it. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Fuck. Meat grinder and everything?
It goes right to the top. and it did go right to the top, and it was fucking agony right at the top as well.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
recall
worse at
enjoying
the
it.
ankle. It was worse at the ankles, around the kind of the bony bits, bony end.
Boner am?
Yeah.
Boner? As the band was not known. Well, this conversation certainly going as well as my
As your
progress
playthrough,
currently.
Shadow Man, yeah.
And I think all I want to do is find a fucking drum. I don't even want to drum this much in real life.
Because I'm a masochist, Andrew.
Can confirm.
Like literally, that is why.
Like you, I also have played Shadow Man.
Like you, I also like the Soulsborne games.
I
Although you're
hate
not-
this room and I don't want to be in it.
You're a much bigger masochist because you've platinumed them and you've also played them on like ridiculous. Is there a hard mode in Bloodborne? Like a
No, I just done it like... I've not done anything stupid, like people have done soul level, like, you know, lowest soul
There's
level
ways
runs
to make it
and
really
things.
tough though. There's ways to really
Yeah, yeah, like,
castrate yourself.
but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
essentially talking limits that you're setting yourself. You know, it's nothing like. I'm just gonna warp out of here. I think that would be easier. Come on, slowpoke.
Absolutely.
So it's Temple of Life, life. Marrow Gates.
I don't know what half of these emojis are based upon.
How do you mean?
Like, who are the people who get into the common emoji section?
Oh, I'm not sure actually.
Are they famous streamers or are they just random faces or what do they represent?
See, I can walk in lava. Can I walk in this lava now? Nope.
Oh, that must
Apparently
be the
not.
swimmy lava. The swimmy one.
But I think there might have been walkie lava in here.
Walkie lava. I'm gonna post your raccoon, he's nice.
Fuck's sake.
What?
That is nice though, I'll give you that.
What are you saying fuck's sake for?
Just the fact that it made me giggle, I don't know.
Because it was so random and like off in my own world.
It was very stream of conscious kind of action.
It's
Yes, this is the
definitely-
room I was on about. I knew that there was like walkie lava around here somewhere.
Gotta love that walkie lava. Megatron, do you... I know you don't like cake, but is there any kind of buns or cake that you do enjoy?
I used to really love a cream Claire when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, you can't whack a cream of Clara, it's unreal. The 4-pack at a Tesco.
I used to always have to get one out of the bakery, and I don't think I've like had one since I was like.
You can get better than the Tesco ones, but they're the ones that I first had.
These buns, nah. Like, there's no buns I can think of. Like, I guess the odd one with like some kind of flavour or icing, I would be okay with. But I've never really, never
You
been
were
that
saying-
mad on buns. Simple
You were
as that.
saying you really like pudding though? Putting these nuts in your mouth?
I am gonna actually ban that phrase. Oh,
You called your character these nuts in Bloodborne last night?
well, it's different.
It's not different.
There was. That meant that it was open season to use the term on that stream.
Okay. So is it banned on this stream then?
It's banned
Are
on
you
this
kink
stream
shaming?
forever.
Sounds like someone's kink shaming, Andrew. Someone might need a
Glazed
reminder.
finger, not so much glazed finger, but I would eat a, what do you call it?
Nice work. Another Dark Soul.
I would eat a, what do you call the
man,
ones I love
glazed
the
finger.
least?
Oh,
A yum
amazing.
yum.
I could absolutely demolish one of them right now. Amazing, so good. From
So I
a
really
bakery
like yum yums.
from around the corner from Andrew's house, there's an amazing bakery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Got it.
While I stalk Andrew, I head round there, get myself a German biscuit and a glazed finger. None of these things are euphemisms. I'm digging my grave here so much. Stop. Quiet.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. They're so gonna spring to life, aren't they? They're gonna spring to life the second I get up here, I bet. What do you
Was it
see?
Tomb Raider 3 where the two...
Awaken.
There's a temple at the start of one of the Tomb Raider games
Sisters awake.
You see?
where the statues so obviously look like they're gonna come to life and they absolutely waste you.
Probably Tomb Raider 3, I'm thinking, because it's the one that starts out in the muddy swamp, and then you kind of... You like have to go through these kind of like temples until you finally get this map that allows you to walk through the muddy swamp.
God damn.
Unless
God
you, like...
damn, son.
Huh? Are you imagining eating this cream bun, or you sound like you
I'm
were...
just loving it. I'm just... sorry, I'm just,
Fuck's sake,
I'm
Sean.
drinking a margarita, and it's a very spicy meatball.
Oh, really? I see. I'm getting chopped up like some sort of fucking Egypt here.
So whenever you hear me wince in pain, that is what that is. But I love my logo. I love it so much. I was just looking at it again.
That was
It's
very Tommy Wiseau the way that you brought that up. I'm so glad I have you as my best friend, Mark. And I love my logo so
Exactly.
much.
Dark soul.
I love Lisa so much.
Okay, so I still only have 6 segments on my spark gun. But I think I've got all the Dark Souls in this temple. No, there's still fucking way more, but presumably I'm gonna need to be able to swim in lava to get to them.
There's really, oh my god, there's a really tenuous lead up to a D's Nuts joke, and it was something like, women prefer to be called ladies nuts on your chin, and it was just like,
That's
holy
shite.
shit, that's
That's really
tenuous.
poor.
That's like, just beyond.
That's really poor. As I said, it's just...
But some of the ones that are really poor are really funny, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, usually the shite ones are the better ones.
It's just so shit. It's so terrible.
It's terrible. I think I might have got all the Dark Souls that I can get here without having the swim in lava ability, you know. And I still haven't got enough to get another soul level, but I can walk on lava, so it probably has opened other areas I can explore. It's just trying to know when you can do certain things in this fucking game sometimes, when you're like, okay.
Oh, you can... Were you always allowed to have spicy hands?
Yeah, I had spicy hands since I've done this level. Fuck's sake.
I love that you repeated it. It was canon. Thank you for that.
Landon, there's a fucking D's Nuts joke coming, isn't there? You can already tell.
It would be really good if you had the text to chat thing someday, Maggie, because holy shit, would me and Andrew abuse the hell out of that.
Fuck's sake. Alright, here's fucking Pit Witch over here. She's gonna die. Yeah,
Nice one. Nice work, Andrew.
not even gonna acknowledge it. Just gonna stop acknowledging it so it'll no longer encourage it.
No, you're alone in that. So you only encourage it when I'm not on stream talking, but when I'm silenced, then you feel it's okay.
Perhaps.
Is that correct?
Depends on the mood. I think it's
I'm
mostly
definitely-
unacceptable. I'm gonna go so far as say that.
I'm definitely the more mature of the two of us, though.
Mm-hmm. We know the pitying one, don't worry. We're quite aware of the pitying one.
Oh, we are, yeah. It's a favourite.
Yeah, okay. I think I fully got all the flamey bollocks I can get out of this shithole. Out of this shithole. I'm really giving it the... That's swimmy lava down there, and that's swimmy lava down there.
Oh,
Nearly taken a
you
dip
really
there.
got lucky there. Holy shit. How did
Imagine
you...
dragging these nuts across your face. Is that gonna be it?
Yeah. It's a classic too. yeah.
See, I wasn't born again yesterday.
Born again yesterday.
Don't know how I'm supposed to get to those except
Second
from
coming
lava
of these-
swimming. I assume it's lava swimming is going to get me there. Yeah, I presume that's it because there doesn't really seem to be anything else that would be viable. So I'm gonna warp out of here and go elsewhere. This place is shit anyway, so let's get out while we still can.
Can we please fight that guy that runs around like Benny Hill again?
No, still don't. Wow, they instantly kill you? That's actually good. That one's good.
shite.
Okay. That's okay. I'll allow it.
That was so wick.
It's the shit ones that get me more.
It's the shit deaths that I love.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Valentine's in a couple of weeks, Andrew. That might be one that you should save for a love interest. I'm sure that would be
a special
appreciated.
someone.
Do you remember?
Oh, here, we can walk
Bet
here.
Maggie, I bet you remember Valentine's with, having older brothers and them getting Valentine's Day cards. Do you remember that?
I think the only one of my brothers that ever did was Stephen, to be fair.
Of course he did. Fucking
Yeah.
Gemini.
But, like, certainly, I know I didn't. Ever.
I wondered if he sent them to himself.
I think that was always the accusation. Yeah.
That's always the accusation. But my brother's got them, but they would fight over who got more, and it was always Jason.
Okay,
Obviously.
okay.
He always got like several.
Oh, there's a bit back in some shitty area near the start of the game that I might be able to firewalk past as well. I was kind of hoping there was something more significant in here that I could have firewalked to, but it doesn't look like I can unless I'm kind of confused by the layout. I feel like there should be a Dark Soul or 3 according to the map in here. And I'm thinking this firewalking ability should allow me to get to it. Well, there was a nut door that I bust.
That's what they're called now.
That is what they're called now. Oh, that's all the way back to this shithole. No, I don't want to be there. So that's weird. So there's like a bit of interlinked areas here, huh? Huh. Oh, this is the exact area I was on about. There's an area near the start of the game that I could actually go to now. It's this area, and it just takes me back to somewhere I've already been. And mostly plundered. Did you get many Valentines? I'm sure you did. You were a girl. Girls get Valentines. That's...
No, I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. Like a couple. The most I got one year was when I was about 10. So in P7, yeah.
Gross.
Just from, wee boys in the class or whatever.
That's so gross.
Oh, why was it gross?
Just...
Cute.
It must have been pedos.
They were children, my age.
Pedo kids.
Jesus Christ.
Pedokids.com.
Yeah, but that was nice. I remember one kid trying to claim that one of the cards that he had sent, even though he hadn't bothered his arse, but tried to take the credit for it, kind of thing. It's like usually they're sent anonymously, aren't they?
Yeah. I think like there's definitely like a whiff of desperation if you're not sending it anonymously.
Yeah.
Well,
but then
desperation or confidence.
One was from two boys that had got one card, which is kind of cute and lame because it's like they'd obviously clubbed their money together. And it's like
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Were they planning on like trading you on weekends or something like that?
They were 10 years old or 11 or something. I don't think there was a terrible amount of thought that went into the long term. Holy shit, bro. Guy can walk on lava, but he can't get into a watery bath.
Yeah.
With a lush bath bomb in it.
I think that was just a bath bomb too. Like I'm definitely sure you're right there. I don't even think that was dangerous.
Oh god, I miss lush bath bombs so much, man.
Really?
Yeah, I loved them. I used to love getting them. Because this place only has a shower. Doesn't have...
Oh yeah, of course. I was going to say you can still get them. Like I was a wee bit confused for a second there.
No, I miss being able to use them. Like you don't get the same experience with having a shower. It's not the same.
Okay, no, fair enough. Hey! I think I just got to level 7.
Yay!
That means we can progress. That's a reason to celebrate.
Andrew in P7, I would have had like blondie brown hair.
And a great big bear balls.
Yep.
He sometimes draped on kids' faces.
No.
You didn't do that,
Didn't do
no?
that.
You're not owning up to that?
Jesus Christ, Megatron, come on.
You'll own up
Keep
to the
it
rest.
clean. Keep it clean.
Keep it clean?
This is a family show.
Is it?
This is a
I
family
think I got more
show.
questions than anyone now. But,
We're
so
trying
was
to
it-
have an innocent conversation about, you know,
what, Valentine's Day cards?
Valentine's Day cards, yeah.
Oh, yes! Look at you.
They hadn't dropped, Andrew. They were still in space, ready for their descent.
Into madness.
That's how it works. Science. Hashtag science.
Are balls ever apart? The only time I ever had full, like, firm balls was the time my, like, testes got twisted around each other and I nearly lost them. So I can consider firm balls to be a bad thing.
So this game then?
This
What
game?
are you doing next?
It's somehow almost as painful as that time I nearly lost my nuts.
You just gotta keep... We're gonna have to refresh our play again soon.
Oh really? Is it being a dick again?
Well, I'm just predicting it feels like an hour has
Okay.
passed.
Okay,
hour.
oh, fiery shit down here.
What was it you didn't like about Tomb Raider 2? Lara, was she too sassy for you?
She suddenly went from actually like being quite charming and having like a nice kind of voice to like going no and being like basically.
Her voice was really nice in the
In the first game, she has a nice voice.
No, in the cutscene she has a nice voice as well, but I always find like the voice actress for the in-game reactions was totally different.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, now.
Lord.
But she doesn't talk like that in the cutscenes. And the intro, whenever she's leading you around and stuff, it's a different voice.
Yeah.
I played it so much. Seriously, trust me. It always bugged me. I may be wrong, but it definitely did not sound like the same tone
think you're
or
right.
anything.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't be that hard to imagine. They got like a decent voice actress to do the stuff that needs to be acted, and then the other bits, just some randomer.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't really like the series from the second one onwards anyway, so there's probably just like a couple of biases like that there, where
Yeah. So you never lured the wee butler and locked him
oh
into
no, I think I've done that. Like I think
the
that's
fridge.
everybody's locked the butler
walk-in
in the fridge
fridge.
at least once, right?
That was, when I got to do that the first time, I felt so satisfied. There was just, even to this day, a sense of such satisfaction about it. It reminds me of The Shining, though. It really reminded me of The Shining. Whenever she
has to lock him in the
she
fridge.
locks,
Freezer.
yeah, Jack in the fridge.
I got the on sign, didn't I? On sign.
The
Yes, I
onset.
did this year. So I've already
Oh,
got that.
awesome.
So I'm just checking out routes that I can take. So there's one near the start of the game that backtracks me. Okay, yeah, that backtracks me to near the start of the game. But I can get something called Lalame, which I think will allow me to start fighting the dudes. I just need to warp to this fire temple and then backtrack. I am also going to need to urinate, so I'm going to warp here. And then I'm going to have to run upstairs, so I might let you control it. whilst I'm away. I'm sure you'll
Oh, I
love
don't know how to play this.
that. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
All you gotta do
Played it in
is
20-something years. What?
all you gotta do is Shadow
Have some
Man
fun.
your way around, basically.
Alright, let's do this. Well, I'm just gonna dick around. I'm not gonna do anything serious. Don't expect me to know what the fuck I'm doing.
Give me a second.
This is like, what did I do in a past life to deserve this?
What did you do in a past life to deserve this? Well, I think you I don't know. I have no idea.
Is your crime severe enough to warrant this punishment? No, Andrew,
Potentially.
I'll be playing games that I actually like.
Oh yeah, and at the same time you're like, oh, but please, when are you gonna play Jump King?
You know why I want you to play Jump King?
Uh-huh.
You,
Yeah, this is a really good explanation of why, of course.
I'm not lying about why I want you to play it. I'm not lying about it.
Yeah, whatever.
You know why I want you to play it? Because I want to laugh at you fall. At you
You're such a
falling.
fucking dick. Like, I mean, come on. That's the only thing that can be logically said there is you're a dick. And I mean that with all due respect, you know what I mean?
This is very mean.
What's very mean?
I'm literally co-oping with you on a Shadow Man playthrough. Come on,
Okay.
give me a few brownie points for that.
I'll give you one whole point.
Am I playing this fucking game or what?
I'm allowed to drink my wee cup of tea first, is that okay?
I thought you were leaving.
Sorry?
I thought you were leaving.
Hmm.
Oh, so you're not. Okay, fair enough. That's good.
And if you leave me now...
Tune?
Did you remember who it was from last time then?
I thought it was Leo Sayer.
No, definitely not.
This should be useful.
Who is it?
This is the thing that I was looking for, by the way. The drum that I've been looking for is this here thing.
Oh, baby, please don't
Yep,
go.
he's right.
You
Oh,
did
that's
say that
great.
last time. You did say that last time. And did I also say Leo Sayer last time as well? I bet I did.
I think you did, yeah. What? Oh, you have to bong it like that.
pretty sure
Okay.
you did.
Bong, bong, bong.
So every time the Chad gets his new powers, he gets new tattoos, is that right?
When you get the 3, like, of those special abilities, yeah. Well, that really got me loads that I benefited from. Shadow Man, sometimes you are not sack, my friend. Chadrick Man. Chadrick Manfred.
What?
Chadrick Manfred, that's his name now.
Chadrick Manfred.
Chadley?
Did you like Faulty Towers, mate?
Did I like what, sorry?
Faulty Towers?
I did when I was a kid. It's kind of like the Monty Python thing, where it's like, I think I liked Monty Python when I was a kid, and then I kind of grew up. And I know that
I
sounds really
love
condescending,
Faulty
but
Towers. I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. It's just so good.
I feel
And
bad.
still, it's like Father Ted in that way for me, where still to this day, I will laugh out loud watching it and love it just
I
as
remember,
much.
I remember, like, the first time I ever seen it was actually not until I was in P7, so I didn't know anything about it, and I didn't know that John Cleese was in it, and I misheard my teacher because it was like a treat day, and they were going to put it on, right? And he was like,
Oh, I love
oh,
Treat Day.
but he was like, oh, I'm going to put on Funny Towers, is what I heard him say, and I was like,
What?
whatever is called Funny Towers has got to be the shittest thing ever. So I was really angry until I seen John Cleese, and then I was like, this might not actually be shit, you know, if it's got John
That's
Cleese
a
in it.
really cool teacher you had.
He
did
was
that.
actually a really cool teacher. Out of all the, like, there's only 2 teachers I had that I ever liked, and there was one that actually watched fucking what did you call it, Sunset Beach, because I asked him
Oh.
to. He wasn't happy, and then there was this guy.
Sunset Beach was such a guilty pleasure for
Sunset
the terrible
Beach is
acting.
incredible.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
the
incredible.
incidental music the whole way through and everything, it was great. It was real The Room. It had a
Yes.
The Room vibe, didn't it?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't taking itself seriously though.
It was. You know what? I'm so glad. I actually think that was one of the first things we talked about.
It might well have been, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did talk about Sunset Beach because I watched it as well.
It had like some hilariously absurd plots in it,
It
and
did.
like again,
It really did.
kind
By
of
the
like
way,
The
do
Room
you
had
love
that
the
thing of
aside?
like, am I watching a porno except there's no
Yeah.
sex? What's
Oh,
happening
there's so
here?
much Vaseline over the lens.
Oh yeah. There's heavy coats of Vaseline. Like, I think the only time
yeah.
that the levels of Vaseline were ever topped were by Blue Cantrell for their song that she done.
I don't know what that is, but
Um,
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, definitely remember the song. I think it was like, "What's this supposed to be about, baby? It's a bit acting shady," and then she had lots of Vaseline on her face. That's my summary of the song.
Yep.
You probably think that
Yeah,
I'm not
I
actually.
know the song you mean. I didn't
That's
when you
okay. Like, I was
first
worried that you were
sang
gonna
the
like,
first
just be calling like the man in the white coats for me there.
line. No, but I've not seen the video. I feel like I have to see it, and I'm worried that it might.
One way to describe the video would be like that they're kind of like 90s pop hip hop, like when it's so overproduced it's ludicrous.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah.
a lot of those kind of Puff Daddy and Mace videos and like TLC and everything. There was a real look to 90s videos of that caliber,
I think it's actually
Where there's
technically
so
early
much
2000s, although I'm
budget.
sure you can give much of a fuck about that, can you? Like the technical,
I mean,
like technically it's actually a
Yeah, like pushing your pushing your glasses up your nose. No, but there's still that awkward time at the start of the 2000s where
it still thinks it's the 90s, kind of like the start
like
of
the early 90s.
yeah, exactly, when it still thinks it's the 80s, like, I mean, Groovin'
I'll
in the
not have a
Hearts
bad
video.
word said about Diamonds and Pearls though. I mean, it's one of the most 90s songs / videos ever. For me, when I think of early 90s, I think of Diamonds and Pearls.
Fair.
I think, you know,
I'm the motherfucking man.
there's just something so kind of joyfully self-indulgent about it, where it's about love and it's about kind of acceptance and praising someone and worshipping someone, you know what I mean? But in a most
isn't it?
self-indulgent way.
The videos of like Diamonds and Pearl era Prince are like, well, actually 90s Prince, let's just change it to that, are so ludicrously self-indulgent, it's I've got a bad feeling that all these here drum things in this here place are gonna hold the sum of fuck all behind them. It's really looking that way. Like, I mean, so far it's like, oh, I've got a couple of
Got it.
gads behind them, or not gads, what do you call those shit things?
Cadeau. Do we have any guidance? Can we get some guidance?
I kind of know how to progress the game now, but I was just sort of thinking if there's Dark Souls here, because then you'll need to
No.
get like the soul level 8, I think, to like be able to progress the game further. Even though I could technically start fighting the serial killers here, I don't know if I'm going to be getting major benefits from it yet, if you know what I mean, until like you still have to have like a high soul level, if that makes sense. I probably
So
sound like I'm
what-
talking
what-
gibberish.
You don't sound like you're talking gibberish. I think the question that would arise then for me would be, what can you do? So if you're sort of feeling like you can't do the serial killers, you have to.
No, I think I can
Left?
start to do the serial killers very soon. Like, I'm going to be able to like go to an area and get the ability to do it, I think.
Okay.
But I'm going to see what's behind these doors. What's behind the door? That's the song. Yes, I will Benny Hill his fucking dick and balls completely off, Andrew. Believe me.
I'm just hanging around waiting to clap that man's cheeks every day, every minute. every hour.
What's gonna happen? I hope you're ready for some major cheek clappery.
I want to see his cheeks get clapped in 4K. I don't even. Well, I'm not seeing it in 4K. Am I seeing it in 4K? I have a 4K TV.
I
So,
don't know. I think
I
it still
must be.
streams in 1080p as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, but technically, though, in my mind, we're clapping cheeks in 4K.
Okay. You know, I'm not gonna ruin your dreams here. I don't want to
Gonna
stomp
steal
all
that
over
from
your
me.
dreams.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
It's not for me. Crushing dreams is no longer a hobby of mine.
It's not Megatron's game. Megatron's not in this game to crush dreams.
No longer.
He's in the game to clap cheeks.
Sometimes I wish I was dead. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Come on, this is fun for you, right? It's fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, much like finding these bloody Cadeau is fun. So that was, again, 3 Cadeau.
Shadow.
That's all I'm getting from banging these bloody drums, though. I'm not getting really much other than Cadeau. And don't get me wrong, it'll be nice to have another chunk of health, but it's hardly like, you know, how would I put this? It's hardly like, you know, the health that's holding me back from making progress, right? Oh, okay, I just walked into a fireball, so maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, I think I might have banged all the drums I can in here. I could be wrong, but I may well have.
I just remembered I have a box of Weedos in the kitchen.
I am almost done with my Weedos, actually. I do need to get a big shop done soon.
I'm not wrong about this, right? I'm not running them down. I still love Weedos, but they were much more amazing in our childhood.
It's not just because we were children and we
It's
weren't
not.
completely
It's
embittered
not.
by
No,
life.
they've healthified everything. They've changed. Sure, Weedos didn't used to be like fake sugar or anything. They were full on full on sugar.
Fake sugar. Sugar lump in your direction.
Weedos are still a thing, Andrew, but they're no start. The king
You're
of
never letting
cereals.
start go, are you?
I'm never letting it go.
I have to admire that to a point.
You've got to admire my consistency. Still,
Fair enough, fair enough.
You've known me for like 20 years now, and I've always talked about my love of start, have I not?
You have. No, I'll give you this. I used to have a real strong love, as you know, of, what do you call it, Lucky Charms, but they're just too sugary now, where I've like reached that point of being an adult where it's like, actually, I don't want to eat
kind of
something that's
painful how
just...
sugary they are when you try them, and it's sad because I want to love them a long time, but I can't.
I remember really liking the cereal portion of them, though, as a kid as well. That was one of the things, like, it wasn't just about the marshmallows, you know?
Yeah.
The last time I had them, I don't remember this when I had them as a kid. They actually were turning the milk, like, you know, different colours and stuff. So I was a wee bit like, oh, something's not right about this. You know, it feels a bit...
I really, really want the werewolf cereal.
Werewolf cereal?
Yeah, there's werewolf cereal. I want it so much.
Are you sure?
You know the way they have the Count Chocula?
And there's werewolf cereal.
Yeah, and then they have like a wee ghost one, and then they have like a wee fruit flavoured one, and it's a werewolf one. I'm pretty sure it's a fruit flavoured one. But I just really want it because it's the werewolf one.
Early 90s, I remember my mum getting me a cereal from Marks and Spencer called Ghosts and Bats cereal.
Oh, come on, Raging. I bet it was great.
It was okay. Like, I remember being really thrilled when I seen it, and then I remember eating them.
That's
and
the name of it. The werewolf one's Fruit. Yeah. Come on. You don't really want it. Fruit. I knew it had a great name.
Fruital Brutal.
Oh, Fruit. So the best name for a cereal. Come on.
Fruital Brutal, what's that? Have I already done these arseholes? Oh no, I haven't.
Oh, you know what? That's made me feel really good.
What, Fruit Brute?
Yeah, hearing the name and thinking about it.
Okay.
I need to taste it though. It might taste like ass.
If it's an American cereal, chances are it does taste a little
Then
bit like
it'll have all of the kind of the sugar and everything in it. Can you restart the share play, please?
I will very shortly. I'm going to find this drum, and then I will start the share play and leave you in control as I go and urinate.
Can you do it now? Because it's about to end in 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, and I'm about to get this in 1 minute. It's been 1 week since you sucked the dick. Your favourite song, if I recall?
I really love that song.
Yeah, I remember you saying Bare Naked Ladies' favourite band. I've got all those things, so I'm just leaving. I'm just missing one Dark Soul here.
Who does love them as one of their favourite bands. That's the worst thing.
Who, sorry?
An online friend.
Who? Are you
don't know
naming
them.
shaming?
You don't know them? I'm not going to name and shame. That's terrible. I wouldn't do that.
I would.
I'm not going to do that.
I would.
Well, yeah.
If I was a 90s pop band, I'd be the shaman right now.
You would be. Can you do share play, please?
Yes.
Fruit.
Fuck's sake.
It's so good, man.
For Bruce, perhaps?
That's amazing.
Right. I am your N8, though, would be my name right now, which I'm gonna go do.
Oh dear.
That would be my sweet boy band name, like JL8 or whatever you call those guys.
Yeah.
Well, like, what do you call the Korean ones? They're not JL8, that was the dance group from
Korean
the UK.
ones?
Yeah, they're
What?
like, yeah, the Korean, like, boy band, and they're like called like JL8 or something like that. J2O.
Korean? I thought you were saying Korean, like my surname.
No. You were never in a pop group. Despite protests the otherwise. BTS, that's it.
BTS, yeah. BLT.
Briefly touching solid is of course what it stands for. I only need 2 more Kato. Right, I'm gonna warp you somewhere and...
Fucking share play with me! I'm sitting here looking at a blank screen.
Give me 2 seconds. Right.
Christ the night.
Christ the day. Whatever that means. But it's happening now. Right. I went to the wrong point. Okay. I'm gonna share play.
Fucking god.
I'm gonna share play. Oh, suck my nuts now, come on. Gonna share play. Like, here we go. I'm share playing now. Everyone's a winner. Not me. I'm playing fucking Shadow Man.
Oh my good lord. No, I am, because you're sharing it with me to play it.
I'm sharing it with you, yes. And here we go.
Can you do it, like, sometime this century? That would be great.
Okay, I'm doing that now. I'm gonna go pee. You enjoy entertaining the stream right now, kid.
Brilliant.
Go. Right,
No
2 minutes.
shaming on things. Make sure everybody knows I'm taking over. I don't want anybody.
You just see my wick jammy bottoms there. Nice.
Oh my god. Your man's already hitting me. Let me get my bearings here. Right, so that shit thing does that. I probably wasted loads of his magic doing that. Amazing. What do we do here? What do we actually do? Okay, so that changes your perspective. Your woman. I don't know how to lock on. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. I'm so nearly dead. I've nearly got him dead. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh, look at you, Shadow Man on about the place.
Thank the Lord.
Do you feel like Shadow Man?
I feel like I need you to take the fucking controller back. You're about to die.
Oh, I'm about to die. It's you that's about to die.
There
See?
you go. Dead.
Nice playing, kid.
Please.
Damn.
I'll take the control.
Damn.
I will.
Shit.
Actually, no, maybe I should leave you playing because I am boiling the kettle for a cup of tea.
No, I'm literally not going to play. I'll just stand here then. I'll
Fuck,
just
you're a
sit here.
nutsack, I swear to God.
I don't know how any of the fucking controls work.
Well, you could try figuring it out.
I don't want to. I'm here to commentate.
I don't want to. How
God
petulant.
damn.
How petulant.
Damn.
God damn your righteous hand.
Don't you dare.
God damn my righteous flan.
Your flan.
Yeah. So I got the marteau, that's my little drum. In fact, I know where to use that little drum. There's one right
Shadow flan would be a great name for a game.
Shadow flan.
Yeah.
I'll allow it, yeah.
Shadow thin flan.
Shadow thin flan, is that his full name?
Yeah.
That's quite a mouthful. Much like a shadowy flan would be, potentially. Look at Jaunty, still nothing to say to me.
Ah, what the hell are you playing at, you idiot?
Away and fuck yourself, Michael, now, come on! Can you imagine actually seeing somebody, like, moving around, like, in a Dark Souls game, or, like, any other 3D game where you were just, like, constantly hopping? If you seen somebody walking down the street doing that, would you be impressed or disgusted?
Probably just sort of think that's the world that we live in right now. And sort of move on with my day.
Wow, I like the way you'd just be that lackadaisy about it, just like, no, well.
I would be.
Got it.
Barces.
I think that says more about you than it does about the world, though.
Says more about the world. No, I disagree, sir. I disagree. Says a lot about the world.
Oh wow, such rewards awaited thee for banging these drums. I get fuck all squared out of bashing those drums. It's really irritating.
Bashing these nuts.
I may as
against
well
your
be
chin.
bashing these nuts. I'd be getting as much out of it.
Oh dear.
And we've lost a viewer. However,
It's lovely. It's terrible.
I can get another energy bar, so that's good, right?
Sure. Fantastic.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for the support,
I'm
Jabroni.
very supportive. This is the sound of
These
support.
gifts I give to thee, O gracious Loa, O generous Loa, a spiritual
go.
trade
There you go.
for life
Sexy.
beyond.
Hot.
Oh, Loa.
The life force burns so strong within me.
He really lays it on thick, doesn't he? Like a ladle of particularly thick soup.
Averaging around 3 viewers. I mean, that can't have anything to do with the lewd chatter that's
No,
happening.
it can't. Because I did watch a bit of Andy earlier, and he was telling people to eat his ass and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't tell people to eat my ass on stream because I just would worry that, just worry about some
try
of the,
digging you up on that one, probably.
yeah, some of the viewers that might be on there. But the thing is, when I do it, I would like to try and do it through, get a few under my belt where I'm confident, and then probably put the link on the main channel. So I would like it to kind of not be like a creep fest of me talking about dick and balls.
I can imagine it will still be somewhat of a creep fest. If you have announced it on your
I don't want to encourage that by being too crude, though, if you know what I mean. I would like to kind of keep it where I'm at least maintaining some sort of, you know.
I hope you're not going to say dignity here, because
I'm not gonna dare use the word dignity,
that's okay. Just, you know.
but I think you know where I'm going with this. It would be a slightly different approach, is all I'm saying.
So you're blaming my approach?
No, you can do what you like. You're, you know.
Well, I'm trying to
Right,
keep a
right.
dignified stream, and people keep talking about nuts and such.
Oh,
Some people.
You're not the guy that sings songs about your dick and
When have
nuts
I
and
ever
your
done
pube
this?
sack. Okay.
When have I ever done that?
Well, no kink shaming, so I would hate to think anyone was, including you.
Look at this loser over here. Having a wee loser party.
We should try and stream the rest of Dark Souls Remastered.
Would that be stream friendly, do you think?
Do you want to or not? Rather
I think I
start
prefer
off
to do
with
it off
3.
stream, personally.
Okay.
Oh, that's just back to here, huh?
Start off with 3 though.
You want to go back to 3, huh?
Well, I thought we said we would do that.
Yeah, it's almost Elden Ring time, though.
Oh shit.
The end of the month.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh
my god! Oh dear.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for anyone listening, reference-wise.
I'm sure people would know.
Yeah, some people might not though, so.
I don't think we'd play... Well, you know what? I would almost be tempted to play it again because it was very entertaining in a terrible fashion. I don't think he's ready to bust a nut here. You see?
Oh, he's firing blanks there.
Firing
That's
blanks
terrible.
again. Dusto man.
Oh, you love to see it. Look at that.
Lord of Deadside.
Oh, I
Picking
love it when he
himself up
says that.
after
He's
he's
fucking.
shot his
The
load.
voice actor's good. The voice actor's good for Shadow Man. Like, he really means it.
No, like, I mean, I'm not gonna fault the...
Can't slag them for, for that. It's not.
No, that's not what I would insult them for in this game.
I feel as though my powers are almost at their peak.
Okay,
The
here we
souls
go.
within me burn with a dreadful fire that threatens to consume me. I must exercise the utmost care from here on in, or find myself succumbing to Asylum's dark allure.
Right? So, where is this area? This is the lava ducts, okay. So there was another area I can get to back there, but I think that's the one that would allow me to do like the serial killers.
You faked the one before. That's good, Andrew.
I'm gonna kill this arsehole here. Really down to make that cup of tea, Louise. See if you'd stayed in control. I could have made it while you were gaming. I could have been offering moral support off stream, going, "You go, girl," from in the kitchen.
You don't offer moral support though. You just make fun of me.
Ha ha! Ho! Ho ho ho! Has anyone ever heard of hypocrisy?
I offer you loads. Look at all the nice things I say.
Couldn't even get it out, fuck's sake. No brush.
There's no need for name calling now.
Okay.
Now.
Well, at least I'm not fighting those silly women anymore.
Oh goodness.
I'm fighting
Cancelled.
fucking Derek over here
Cancelled
instead.
speedrun.
Don't know why he's
Derek over here, did you just say?
Yeah, I don't know why he's Derek. He was shocking Steve a while ago.
No, he's a Derek. He's 100% Derek,
He's
that guy.
getting major Derek vibes from him, yeah.
Getting Derek vibes off that guy.
I had to book travel for a Derek last week and I was just thinking, Derek's don't run.
Did you tell him, even though this is tenuous and makes no sense at all, to derelict your balls?
I didn't say that to him, funnily enough. You may be
Derek?
surprised to hear, Louise.
Your balls, in fact. Would that be tenuous enough for you?
Perhaps.
Souls.
Okay,
Oh
so...
dear. Do you remember whenever I couldn't laugh?
Oh, when
And
you
we
were
had
like...
to play the most mind-destroying game
Should we go back and
ever.
finish Chris's campaign?
Where I literally couldn't fly a plane and kept killing everyone on board. And then I had to fly the next morning over to England, and I was just crying with laughter with my scarf wrapped around my face because all I could think about was how I kept crashing the plane as Leon.
That's
That
what
was
I'm
so
wondering, like,
funny.
should we go back and finish the awful Chris campaign,
Yeah,
or...
I guess. Yeah, I guess we should. Yeah.
It would be closure for one of your favourite games.
Yeah, we need closure. The people need closure.
I think, like, there would be an argument for replaying them all again, right? A very
Oh,
poor
come
argument.
on. I'd be up for that. I mean, I'd be up for that.
Now,
Just
the
for
reason I
laughs.
say that is because the last one, sure, we had to, like, cut most of it. Mind you, I don't think I've, like, backed up any of my Resident Evil 7 stream or this stream or anything. Or somebody would do the backing up.
Okay. Yeah, well, I would be up for playing through them again someday. Not this year. Maybe not next year either.
Would you prioritise it over Elden Ring?
That's not even a fucking sane question, come on.
I think you would then, yeah. That's what you meant by that, right? Yes, you see? Very good impression of you there. Almost uncanny.
I can't believe. I love the amount I would click on Barry so I could hear him say that. I can't believe.
Mostly Barry is investigating when I clicked on him.
But he can't believe them. I mean,
Never
you
been so
wouldn't
enticed.
you wouldn't believe either if it was you.
See these big open areas and you're sort of like going, okay, where should I go first? And the answer is always...
These nuts.
No, it's always though that I seem to take the wrong direction no matter what. That boy band. Wrong direction.
The thing is, if there's respawning enemies, it's hard to tell if you've actually been there or if...
Well, there only is if you work out of the area, but the thing is, there's been so many times where it's like, you're convinced that you've been everywhere you can be because, you know, everything kind of looks the same and
Some things ain't bra.
some things seem pro, exactly, so... And people are very strange these days, and before you know it, you're lost and you don't know who you are anymore.
And love is blind.
Sure is.
Oh, I thought you were going to scorch, but then I remembered you had Chad Par.
I got shot bar now, exactly.
Yeah.
See, again, this is like a big fucking massive open area where I feel
It's
like...
enormous. Yeah, the game is huge. And I
It
think
does kind
that's
of explain why
where
the
I just
PS1
find
version kind of ran like literal
Kind of-
trunks.
it... Yeah, it did.
You
Yeah.
know,
Literal trunks, yeah.
it was like really like...
Like an actual pair of trunks.
Well, it was like you were trying to run like computer software via your underpants. It's like, you know, nonsensical and deranged to even attempt to do so. Yet that was the PS1 version. You know, mildly disgusting as well. So I think that must be back to the start then. Okay.
It's the antithesis of fun, really.
It really was.
And joy. But yet, I think, I don't know, it's huge and not obvious where you have to go, and a map would help. All of that stuff that we've already said, really.
So this is where I came in, and then I must have just ran... Did I run over that way and went to the right the first time, I think?
Mm.
So I'm going to try running down here. Oh, there's a key. And a secret. What's this do? Well, sure, why tell me what it does? Fuck this game sometimes. I guess it must be that door there that's beside me that it's open, but again, some sort of hint would, you know, all you gotta do is pan the camera over to kind of go, oh, you've just opened that door by doing that, you know? I call it game design. Look, you know what? I'm still bashing this game entirely too much. I think I've not forgiven it for all those years ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get where you're going with this. You don't want to be ragging on somebody's work, and that sucks. It's not kind of a cool thing to
It's
do.
not their fault. Like, whoever probably designed this game originally probably wasn't thinking they're going to try and put this on the... They were probably thinking, yeah, we'll put it on the N64 and PC, you know, things where it was...
It's still much beloved, though, and I think that's the important thing to remember, that, like...
I think it's much beloved because it's people who didn't play the PlayStation version. Although Pop was able to play the PlayStation version, he had sort of said that it was like... I thought it was quite amusing the way he worded it. It was like it was both shit and the shit, you know?
Yeah.
For me it was unfortunately mainly just shit. But at the same time I played it through to the end, so something compelled me to do so. I don't know what. Did you, was there any surprises on my PS1 list, by the way, for you?
Okay, so I could pull it up now. I should have given you more info on it. I apologise.
No,
I
it wasn't like I mean
busy
literally making a list. That's literally for losers. But
No. It's kind of fun though, do you not think? Like going through something and actually remembering what you have and haven't actually played.
Yeah.
So
Like
if you want
I
to
was
give,
stunned to
if
know
you want
that
to
I
give the
played as
video
many games as
slash,
I had. You know, I was like, holy fuck, you sure played a lot of PlayStation games, kid.
yeah. Well, I was going to say, if you want to, while I'm scrolling back here, if you want to give the video slash chat some context for that.
Yes, so I basically had... We were discussing the other night about PlayStation 1 games that... well, I'd sort of said that it was a console that I did like, but that I didn't rate as highly as the SNES. However, there were some games that I thought were, you know, legitimately brilliant, and I was trying to think of games for top 10, and then I realised that I could quite easily have a top 20, and then I decided very quickly to just do a list of every game that I'd actually played on the PS2, and trying to recall ones that I had enjoyed or not enjoyed. So I pulled up the list on Wikipedia of every game that was ever released, and I went through it, and I think there's only a few that I've probably completely forgotten.
So just to clarify, there's 3 columns. There's games played and enjoyed, there's games I wanted to play, and there's games I didn't like but others did. And I think the confusion for me was games I didn't like but others did.
So that was me basically saying that, like, I thought it was either shit or I had bad experiences of it.
Earpiece gone, earpiece gone. Jason Bourne's back, hang on. Okay. So.
Would that make sense? It's like
I'm gonna be really upset if you put Crash Bandicoot Warped in the games played and didn't like.
See, I didn't play it. I only ever played the first Crash Bandicoot, and though I thought it was okay, it was like enough for me to go, I wouldn't want to play anymore.
But okay, so it's in No Man's Land because you haven't included it in games I haven't played or wanted to play.
Yeah, because I didn't. Because I played the first one, and even though I didn't dislike the first one, I was still like, you know what? I've had enough Crash Bandicoot.
So this isn't like a comprehensive list of all of the games in each column. There's some games that might not be in either column.
Yeah. So like again,
Okay,
like those
got it.
warped ones, or like most sports games, for instance, you know,
Sure.
wouldn't have made the list, for instance.
Do you like how much I bristled at any sort of Crash Bandicoot Warp negativity there? I was like straight on it.
Again, I'm sure it was a fine game, but I just never really had. Like after I played the first one, I was just sort of like I kind of crashed out.
It's one of the best. One of the best games ever. Cool that you played Choniki.
I did do that by emulation.
Ginga Saikyo Otoko. I have no idea. how to pronounce that.
So it's
but,
the one with the really like bad like graphics for all the characters.
that one is fun. Yeah, that was fun. I remember seeing you play that. So these include games that you played on C emulators, maybe later on.
Yeah, some of those I would have played emulated or something like. But most of them, like a surprising amount of
I'm
games.
just gonna
on
turn
that
this game volume down here because that's fucking loud. Okay, so
generator it's causing all the volume, is it?
there's a ton of games. There's a ton of games here. Olympic Soccer Atlanta 96, and you enjoyed that? What is that?
So, Olympic Soccer was like, it was probably one of the ugliest looking games I'd ever played at the time, right?
I'm just gonna pick out ones that jump out to me.
So, Olympic Soccer, it actually played like a good like soccer game for the PS1, right? But at the same, it was like quite arcadey, but like the characters were literally made out of triangles. However, it had some of like the funniest game commentary I'd heard up until that point for like a football game. Like the guy was just like, I think he was actually a real football commentator, but he would just come out with stuff like, I'm parched, I could really do with a cup of tea and stuff like that. So that already had me won over, and like there would have been like other times where he would have went offside, and then he would like then respond to himself going, oh yes you are, like pretending he was the referee arguing with the player and stuff. It wasn't a bad football game for PS1 football games, because a lot of them, especially when we first got the console, were absolute shit. Like when I got the PS1, we got it with Tekken 2 and FIFA 97, and like
might have been 97, maybe.
And like FIFA 97 was absolute dog shit. It was terrible.
I feel like it was 98. FIFA 98 was the one I played.
A lot of people liked that Medieval, Andrea. I didn't. I have to be honest, it just wasn't for me. I didn't like the art style, and I didn't like the gameplay. It felt like I should have liked it, that it was going to be like a Ghouls and Ghosts kind of thing, or Ghosts and Goblins or whatever, but I just didn't enjoy it. Sorry.
Soccer 97. Sorry, I'm focusing on the sports games. I'm just curious. Soccer 97?
Soccer 97, believe it or not, was Olympic Soccer, but they reskinned it in 97.
Oh my god, okay.
It was
That
okay.
explains that then. What's MDK? Is that like a mech game?
MDK, so that was weird. It was by like Shiny, the guys that like made Earthworm Jim and stuff. It was like a really odd, kind of ugly, early 3D kind of action shootery game, but it had some kind of fun enemies and weapons and stuff like that there. It was okay, charming enough, put it that way.
Okay. Alright, let me scroll a bit further down. Okay, so you've added everything in from A to Z on this particular one now. Because initially it was like only A to M, but I'm looking at all of them.
Yeah, I was pretty thorough.
Did you like, or was it even out for PS1, Crazy Taxi?
Crazy Taxi was Dreamcast, it was Sega. And that was when Sega were still in the
I think
hardware
I would have
game.
really loved it, because it's a chaotic driving game.
It's fun, it's arcadey, it's got
Yeah,
The Offspring and Bad Religion in it, sorry.
I wish I played that, it looks really fun.
You love Star Gladiator? God, I wish I could say the same, Andrew. I really wanted to like it because it was a Capcom fighter, but...
Did
Sorry?
you send it? Have you sent Andrew the...
I'd sent him the list as well, yeah.
Okay. So I was just going to raise you on Siphon Filter. I remember it being in a lot of magazines, but I didn't ever rent it or play it, so what kind of gameplay?
So Siphon Filter, think really kind of...
It was rated super highly, though,
Oh,
a
I
lot.
didn't... So I'm just going to have to correct Andrew, sorry. I didn't mean to keep Star Gladiator on my games I enjoyed list. I should remove that. That's definitely... I played it a lot because I bought it, but it was a thoroughly miserable experience for me. It was like I'd already owned Soul Blade at that stage. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just fell down like some sort of nutsacky dick. Star Gladiator was just like per man's Soul Calibur, or Soul Edge, sorry. It was just really disappointing. I thought it was going to be good because it was Capcom. Sorry, Louise, you then said Siphon Filter. So Siphon Filter, think like... It was more like this the way you ran about, but it was like a per man's Metal Gear Solid, essentially. It felt like it was very much designed and made in response to Metal Gear Solid. Like, hey, let's do that, but like more European. There was like a really funny thing in it though, where you could like tase somebody to death to the point that they burst into flames. But that...
Yeah. That's some intense tasing.
It was, a very Mortal Kombat kind of thing to do that, I suppose. But it was like, it wasn't bad. Like, the first Siphon Filter was okay. Wee bit janky, not too bad. The main hero was called Gabe Logan. I remember that much.
I remember that name, yeah.
And, some really bad boss fights. You ended up, like, even in a snowy base, fighting a, what do you call it, helicopter. Like, it was that blatant, you know?
Okay, so they were a wee bit on the nose about where they were inspired from.
So I got one of those again, which allows me to go into the serial killer worlds. I guess this was the goal to get here, to get this item, but... Yeah... The first Siphon Filter was okay at the time. Again, it wasn't bad. I didn't like GTA on the PlayStation 1, Andrew. From what I'm aware, the PC version was a lot better. I remember liking the demo, and then when I played the game, I think I rented it or I borrowed it from somebody. I just remember being surprised at how bored I got so quickly. Same with GTA 2. I remember hearing again, GTA 2 though was supposed to be really good on the PC, but not so much on the PS1. There was a lot of games, like, even though I liked them at the time, like the ports of Command and Conquer on the PS1 kind of suck ass retrospectively. Like, they're not, you know, like comparing them to the PC ports, it's just like, fuck, I wish I'd owned a PC. You know what I mean? It was just one of those kind of things. I shouldn't be too harsh. I mean, it's like, you know, a platform that it wasn't designed for. It's not really its fault. But, yeah. I kind of put the GTA games in with that there. It's just like, it wasn't meant to be run on a PlayStation. I shouldn't shit on it too much. But I do. How do I get up to those?
WWF SmackDown?
I can't remember who I borrowed that from, but you could make your own wrestler, and I remember finding that kind of hilarious. Like, playing through a story mode with, like, the shittest looking Undertaker clone you've seen in your life. And even though I didn't really like wrestling, it was just kind of fun to have your own shitty wrestler. Hard to justify that one, but there you go. Didn't like Croc, I'm sorry. Croc was one of those games where it really felt like... I have played through this here before, One Life Player, 21 years ago or so, roughly. 20 to 21 years ago. So it's running a lot better than the awful PlayStation version, but I'm also still getting lost considerably. And trying to figure out where I'm going and trying to get my Dark Souls so I can progress through the game. But thank you for asking. Yes, so I am aware of that there. I think the women in the temples are new, and there's been like weird kind of like dog-like humanoids that I don't recall. And there's been a few areas that my friend Louise that's commentating with me, like where we've both been like, is that in the original game? I don't recall that from the original game. So it's been trying to actually discern what was and wasn't in the original version of the game. It's been interesting. I think this area was in the original game, but again, you're talking so long ago, like since I last played it. I got like, so this area is new, huh? This kind of reminds me of. Oh, this is in the original. Sorry, I was going to say this area really reminds me of a bit in Tomb Raider 1 when you're trying to leap up a pyramid. It's near the end of that game. Oh, suck my nuts, are you kidding me? My jumping skills leave a lot to be desired. And I should probably switch to the torch so I can at least see where the... I forgot to equip it right. I was going to say where I can at least see the edge of the platform to leap from. That was too soon again. You have to be quite precise here. Was there any game on the list, Louise, that you were surprised I hadn't played, where you were like, oh, I'm really surprised you didn't actually play that one before?
Oh god, I've just scrolled over, I didn't realise that there was some other columns. Okay. Have you added a column for games you just haven't played? Because there's the ones where
That's games I wanted to play.
Okay.
Okay, let's try dropping down here.
I thought you played Clock Tower.
I really wanted to play Pop. I've played the SNES version of Clock Tower, and I've played Clock Tower 3 on the PS2, which is, I think, considered to be like the worst in the series, nearly. It might depend on who you ask, actually.
What is Tombi?
Tombi was a 2D platformer where you were like a caveman and there was like pigs and stuff. It was strange looking, but like it's like super expensive and super rare nowadays, and I think considered to be really good by a lot of people. One of those kind of games.
Yeah.
I think it was called Tomba in America rather than Tombi. So that's some fascinating details for you there.
Persona, so that would be part of the Shin Megami Tensei universe, then?
Yep, that is indeed. So they like only ever got an American release, and I definitely never got around to playing that then. How did I get up here? There's got to be some way to get up there. And I've just completely forgotten because, you know, it's been a million billion years since I played this. If player one can guide me how I get up there, that would be good. I shouldn't have put down no backseating, I should have just put down please backseat.
Yeah. Guess you could take it off, couldn't you?
I can remove it at some stage, yeah. Well, there's just big cages, so presumably if you get into... No, they don't look like they're going anywhere, a bit like me. That certainly was a location. Quite a few things to explore here, though. And get lost, but that's another problem. Let's back out to here. Maybe I didn't thoroughly explore out here enough to get to those locked doors, because there's still a lot of Dark Souls in here. Still another 5. I think the main thing I came in for was the extractor thing, right?
Okay.
Well, again, like, the whole thing is, I'm not... That's why I said, like, you know, games that I didn't enjoy, but others enjoyed. That's why I worded it that way. It was me being diplomatic. And Spyro was one of those games, just, like, what I played of it, it just seemed to be like a 3D platformer that was no Mario 64, let's just put it that way. I don't think
What is?
Not Mario 64.
Yeah, but there's I don't know, I think there's a certain bar set by...
It's a pretty lofty bar, though.
Isn't it Miyamoto? Like, who did those games?
Yeah. Well, here we go.
Yeah, it's kind of... pretty much he created the bar, didn't he?
Yeah, for the 3D platformer, anyway.
Yeah.
There was one set, like, it's a game on the list, actually 2 games on the list, like competent 2D platformers on the original PlayStation. Jump and Flash games. They were quite cute and good. You were like a robot rabbit, and you done crazy leaping about and stuff, but at the same time you... I can't get into that bloody door. You controlled it in first person though, which was kind of awkward, you know? But that's kind of almost why it worked better, because when you jumped, you looked down at your feet so you could actually see where you were going to land when you were doing your 3D platforming. But it was actually quite cute. You had to look for these wee creatures called moo-moos. That indeed said moo-moo as you played it. Let's back out to there, so it's not going to take me to the Switch anymore.
I loved all the wee grubs that you collected and you saved in Hollow Knight. They were cute.
Oh, the wee grub guys were super cute in it, yeah.
And they were so nice when they seen you and said hi. That was nice.
I think I may actually need to have the ability to swim in lava before I can get any more of the pickups in this place. See the way there's passageways in the lava down there? I don't know if you can sort of... I'm pointing... How can you know where I'm pointing?
No, I can see.
Yeah,
there's underwater, under lava passages. Yeah.
That bath bomb quality to them.
It does. I can't name the bath bomb, but I can imagine.
You can smell it.
Yeah.
And then this is back up to this area again, which is where I got the extractor thing. So I think I've plundered everything I'm going to get here, except for that one cadeau over there. Everything else I think I've got that I'm going to get out of this area. Feels like... Yeah, it feels like I'm not going to get anything else from this shithole. So I then need to get the item that will allow me to go to kill the serial killers, I think. I think that's what I have to get next.
It does look a lot better than it used to, though.
Yeah, no, and I mean,
shadows
that's the whole
against
thing.
the...
I'm worried that I offended One Life Player earlier by maybe sounding a bit down on the game, but it's considerably better than it had been. Like, I mean, there's no denying that. I just... You know, I've just got like from the play experience 20 years ago on the PS1, like I said many times on this stream already, over the last few nights that I have streamed it, just migraine inducing was the best way to describe the original game. It did literally cause me to have headaches, and yet I still kept playing it.
Sounds cliched, but you really had to have been there.
I think so, yeah.
And
well, I think he must have been there by the sounds of things. Like he didn't sound like he was ragging on.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I wasn't referring to any particular person in chat. I was saying
yeah.
About I was just kind of saying about how difficult the game was just by virtue of its, port.
I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more had I played it on the N64 for sure. You know, I think that would have been a lot more enjoyable. And that's just back in here. But I didn't. Unfortunately, I played it on the PlayStation 1 and I was like, I literally thought I had a beta version of the game because I was just like, can this really be meant to run like this? And you start to doubt yourself going, no, there's no way they could have released the game running like this, right? It's me that's wrong. There's something wrong with me. It is the children who are at fault. But yeah, I think I've plundered this area for everything I'm going to get out of it.
Is there any chance of going to a new area and seeing if we can take on any of those dudes?
I am going to try... so it's back to that they're kind of weird, what I call it area I'll need to go. Back to the kind of like wastelands area, and I think there's another door that I should be able to open now. That should, in theory, give me the ability to kill these guys. I will just need to go back to Nettie and netty it up. Whatever the fuck that means.
Okay.
Go, you netty it up, that'll do, right? You know what I mean.
Yeah, I'll do.
No, Andrea, I'd not played Soul Reaver 2, which is really weird because I did really enjoy the first game at the time, but it was on the PS2, and it took me so long to get a PS2. In fact, I think I bought you two PS2s, didn't I, Louise? I got a PS2 and then a replacement one when the first one died,
Yeah.
and then I never actually owned a
Was mine
PS2
not
myself
stolen?
until much later, and then it just sort of felt like.
Mine was stolen, and yeah.
And then, then the other one, I don't know what happened to your other one, but I think you were, like, it wasn't long before, like, we stopped living together, so...
Yeah.
But either way, I just never, like, by the time I did actually get my own PS2, all the Army Men games, they always had, like, horrifically bad reviews every time I seen them being reviewed in Games Magazine, so I avoid them purposefully. Purposefully, that should have been. Pretend I can speak words. English speak, man. Were they any good? Like, I mean, I've not really heard anything to say that they were secretly treasures or anything like that there. You find them fun. But then, did you play them when you were very young and you would have, like, literally played anything, if you know what I mean?
I don't know why, man.
There was like a whole series of, like, there were so many games in the Army Men series. I think even, like, right up to the PS2 era, you know. Here we go, see progress, Liz. You doubted me?
Yay.
The Lord of Deadside.
Yeah, I think I was playing those games in and around the same time as well,
This should be
Andre.
useful.
Yep. Guess what?
Guess who's back?
Guess he is back, actually.
Freddie Mercury?
Now, John.
No, John.
I'm gonna shoot you between the balls, mate.
I've reached this world, but when I cross over from the asylum, it's always daytime light
String
side,
vest,
and I'm
not
gonna need my
chainmail.
powers as
Hashtag.
Shadow Man to truly kick their asses. Maybe I should just hang back and wait for nightfall, which ain't easy because the five are after my blood.
No
Shit.
use hanging back, Mike. The prophecy's upon us, and with every hour, we're drawing closer to its terrible conclusion.
Well, if I can't use my shadow powers on the five, we're screwed.
Not yet. Your esteemed predecessor, Maxime St. James, once spoke to me of L'Eclipser, the bringer of night, an ancient blade said to release the shadow into the world of men. You already have this blade. Give it to me.
Just give it to me, baby.
I thought you'd never ask. Is, this gonna hurt much?
Yes.
I thought so.
Give it to
Try
me,
and
baby.
be gentle with me.
Jesus.
Bringer of night, L'Eclipser, release the shadow into the world
Really,
of
guys?
This is happening.
men. Le soleil, brought us on. La lune,
This really
sister
necessary?
moon.
Really?
La lamb, the power that binds.
Oh, come on.
There he is, making his cum sign again.
And the
It's
sorceress
so
fell into
not
a deep
even
trance,
subtle.
her
Are you
powers
kidding me?
exhausted, and a shadow did fall upon the world of men. The prophecy is fulfilled.
Agneta!
It is done. Seek out the five. Destroy them and the evil that controls them. I must sleep. Must sleep.
Go to sleep now.
Dark souls are mine.
But this is actually good. Like, now I can actually, you know, get all these dead side,
Dark souls.
or live side, sorry, and also I can beat that boss, the Benny Hill boss. So,
Benefy Hill.
oh, Lost a year. God damn it. I mean, I've just made progress, just had a cutscene, and that's when somebody decides to back out.
I know, but you
Don't know
don't
if that's
know
it.
why.
Oh no, look what's happened. Now the dogs. You see? Can I still shoot them with, like, shotguns though?
Grind these nuts.
Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna shotgun these dogs. Oh, I don't know if the shotgun's gonna kill the dogs though. I suppose there's one way to find out, huh? But yeah, now I can actually kill the serial killers. So there's a point going into those areas now. And why can't I open that fucking door? I thought I was the Shadow Man now. I should be able to go through doors, Nettie. Oh my god, the dogs are everywhere now?
Got it.
And they take a beating. Is there a soul back here? Or am I just backtracking needlessly, I wonder? Are you eating your microphone?
I'm eating some salt and vinegar McCoys.
Ah. You didn't offer me any.
Would you like some?
Yeah. Email me one over.
Okay then, I guess I'll download one straight over to you.
Straight in the hell, huh?
Mm.
So, is there anything back here if I backtrack to the start? I really hope there's like a Dark Soul, otherwise I just ran back here like some sort of lemon. Come on, item. So, she rode Michael and he jizzed and then she's tired. Like, isn't that the opposite of how it works? And then basically, now it's nighttime in the real world and there's also evil dogs now. I think that's a good summary of the plot, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. These
Fucking nothing back here. Walk back here.
these dogs are definitely aggroing though. Like,
yeah, no, they're
I'm
definitely.
not doubting it. I'm not doubting it this time.
They're being unpleasant, some would say. I hope that's not going to make actual combat with most of the enemies here real nutsacky, you know?
Not
Hey.
Sakian.
Nutsacky, yes.
Dark souls are mine.
So the more of these I get, again, the better. Like, even though I can now go kill the dudes, I still basically do need to get more of those souls, because like there's a couple of 8-star doors that you need to get through. One of them gets you the ability to swim through the lava, and then you have to get through a 9-level door to get to one of the last reactors, basically. Turn on the reactor.
Start the reactor.
Yeah. Sort of
Quatto.
recall, huh? Did you say one of Arnie's finest films?
It's probably my favorite Arnie film.
Really?
I would say, yeah, I would say that my.
Hang on, Predator
favorite-
exists.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So for childhood nostalgia, it would have to be Total Recall.
Okay.
Even though I'd seen all the art, like Terminator 1, T2, like, you know, everything up, but there's something about Total Recall really connected with me.
Sure.
But in asking me now, as a grown adult, I would say it would be joint favourite with Predator. If not Predator, slightly taking the lead, because Predator fucking kicks. It's amazing. I mean, what, like, fucking hell, it's so good.
Predator isn't my, like, favourite movie ever.
I love
you
it.
know, that's Evil Dead 2, but,
Yeah.
like, I've definitely got so much love for Predator. It's, like, one of the greatest, if maybe the greatest action film of all time.
Action sci-fi.
Why can't I get through this goddamn door? I thought now I'm Shadow Man, like, nothing should be off limits to my... I have to work there. Right, okay. Yeah, do you give Predator the sci-fi thing? I suppose it is sci-fi, isn't it? It's kind of...
He's literally an alien from
It's
space.
literally an alien, yeah, but like for the first...
Yeah.
It's kind of
So
like
it
From
has a
Dusk Till
fancy on
Dawn,
it.
though, in the sense that it's like... it starts off as a completely different film, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. What you're expecting is not what it ends up being, but it executes it really well. But I would say, I don't know why we're comparing From Dusk Till Dawn to it, but I think that once it vamps out, it goes downhill for me.
I can see that argument, yeah. When I was a kid, I used to... Well, not when I was a kid. When I first seen From Dusk Till Dawn, my mind was blown when the vampires showed up. But then, like, on like lots of re-watchings of it, because I've watched that movie many times, I think like the more I watched it, the more I was sort of like, you know what, it does kind of like lose a bit of something, like when they actually get there.
It's like they hit the punchline, and then there's just the punchline for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, I get that there.
Rather
Although the
than-
vampire band's pretty fucking hilarious. And some of the lines that are said at the vampire bit are brilliant.
Well, and the final couple of lines. But
Yeah.
I think that they got the kind of like gritty, you know, Pulp Fiction-y kind of part really, really brilliantly pitched. And you felt like it was going somewhere quite cool, and then it just sort of plateaus. And it
Yeah, I
becomes
think
a
it's
bit one
fair to
note,
say that
and
it
it,
plateaus.
but I think that's due to the strength at the start of the film. It's kind of, you know, it's like the start is so strong. But it
Tarantino's
kind of,
great at playing a grotesque psycho rapist.
isn't he just?
I wonder how much of himself is in that film. Well, not that he's a rapist. Hashtag I'm not calling him a rapist. Is that a hashtag? That's a very long hashtag. Hashtag, how long could a hashtag be? Andrew, yes, I totally agree with you, by the way, that Predator definitely would benefit from losing the shot of the spaceship landing at the start. I somehow always missed that there when I watched the movie as a kid. Don't know how. And I think it definitely, yeah, it's better
What?
if you don't.
I don't remember. I don't remember that. I haven't seen it in like about 10 years, but I watched it a lot as a kid.
Somehow I always like managed to miss the spaceship showing up, and I was always like, oh, okay. It's like just like a sweet action movie where they decide to surprise you. It's a cheeky surprise, you know, having a predator show up and stalking everybody, up the mischief. Perhaps that's
Boisterous.
slightly downplaying the role of the predator in the movie. That he gets up to mischief. He does get up to mischief. You can't really deny that.
He's playing sport. It's just sport for him.
Yeah. He's really good at it. Is this the path I took normally? There was another path that I took that always led me to drown. Yes, I think I did. So I can now actually, as Shadow Man, not worry about mere things such as oxygen and lung capacity, for I'm the Shadow Man. Explain the torch burning underwater, Louise. There you go. You're free to explain that. what a twitch, kid.
So you're in real world, but it's like dodgy, dead side real world.
But water, burning water under, like, oh, you know what I mean. Burning a torch underwater. Hydrophobic plasma? Is that such a thing, Andrew? I feel like you've literally just made that up there now. And you know, I'm cool if you've just made that up there now, because, you know, it's an explanation, and I'll be like, ah, yeah, that'll do. Oh no! Crocodile! No! Is it gonna send me dead side again? No! Because I'm the Shadow Man. I can be reborn in this shithole. In this shithole, that's really selling it. You know what I mean. How many more? Oh, there's still another bunch of Dark Souls I can get here that I'm managing to miss. Like, I've only got 4, and I've seen 1 there, but where are the others then? Oh, I think I know where some of them are, actually. Never mind. Right, here's some pop question for you. Predator 2, thoughts? Do you like it as a film? Do you think it's really poor? Do you think it's, like...
I don't hate it. I see they were trying to do something, and I have only seen it twice, and I would say once as a child.
Sure.
So don't count that, because I probably didn't remember. But I've seen it once as an adult, and I don't hate it. I just think, again, it's never ever going to compare to the first film.
Sure.
I can see they were trying to do the Predator in an urban setting. You know.
Yeah, it was the whole... It's a
I see what
different
they're
jungle, you know, that kind of thing.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of, might be tangenting slightly here, but we're still in the Arnold-esque territory. In terms of, my mum really staunchly fucking argued with me the other week when she was staying here, by the way.
Okay.
And we were talking about, like, sci-fi, and, you know, she'd obviously revealed she hadn't seen Blade Runner. She told me her favourite film was RoboCop. I kind of knew it was RoboCop, but I just wanted to confirm before I posted.
Fair enough. Nothing
You
wrong
know,
with
she was
confirming
really
that.
like, you better not, you know, you better tell the truth kind of thing. I'm like, dude, I'm showing you what I'm posting. You know what my mum's like. She's
I do indeed.
yeah, she's pretty strong, and she was like, yeah, well, it's definitely the first Terminator is my favorite. You know, you can't beat that. It's so tense. It's so scary. I just love, you know, what they did with it. And I said, fair enough, I guess. My mum would have seen it in cinema
very
when it
different
came
kinds
out.
of movies, though. It's definitely the aliens thing. I think we discussed that the other night, didn't we?
The weird thing, though, this is how this all came about.
No!
My,
Shadow
oh
Man.
no! But you Skyrim down the hill there. That was my. The reason this is gonna SharePlay is gonna end in a minute, by the way.
Oh,
Before I continue.
we'll let it end and then I'll reshare because I think it just actually works out easier for the PlayStation not to
Okay.
glitch out.
All right.
Oh, it just ended. Right, I'm gonna shoot this stupid dog. You're not missing much, believe me. And then I will reshare. What time is it? Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. I am going to SharePlay with you, sir. Or madam. But yeah, sorry, I take it your mum, did she comment on Predator 2 then? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
And what was her thoughts?
She didn't mind Predator 2, and it's kind of similar opinion to mine.
Sure.
She didn't hate it, and I would be like, it's never ever going to compare
Yeah.
to Predator, so trying to think of it in that way is just never going to work. It's going to be an unfair
I fully appreciate that. Like, I mean, it can't. I do think it's good, though. Like, I remember liking it as a kid, and then I didn't see it again for like another 5 or 6 years, and then after that, like another 10 years nearly between viewings. But I like Danny Glover in it. Yeah, I love the fact that it's got Bill Paxton in it, and I think it's got the girl from The Running Man in it. It's just the problem that it has to follow up Predator. And yeah, as you say, Andrew, I like the little Easter egg of going, hey, look, there's a Predator or an alien skull in it. But
Yeah.
then, well, there's the Alien vs. Predator movies. But you can't really blame, that movie on that. Like, there was, like, lots of fan comics and stuff, and I think they were actually supposed to generally be quite good, the Alien vs. Predator comics and expanded universe stuff, but then, well, then they tried to make the films and they got Paul W.S. Anderson involved, and he's, like, literally one of the worst directors on planet Earth, and I do think he probably should be hung or shot for war crimes. I'm easy with either, really. Like, I don't mind. As long as he's executed in some way, I'm happy.
Executed?
Well, yeah. For making the Alien vs. Predator and for making the Resident Evil movies, Paul W.S. Anderson, like, he should be shot into the heart of the sun or something like that. Something,
Yeah, no, I'm not going to argue with you.
Something where you can know that he's definitely not going to come back from it. Where it's like, oh no, thank God he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no vagary with this here. He's definitely dead, and it's like, whew, everybody can breathe a wee hearty sigh of relief.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on all of the above.
How the fuck do I get to that?
I was just saying though that my mum really had strong feelings about my preference for Terminator 2 over 1.
Okay.
And she was saying, like, God, how on earth can you say that? Like she said, I'm not running Terminator 2 down. I thought Robert Patrick was great as a villain.
Yeah,
I thought Sarah Connor was fantastic as, muscly Sarah Connor. She was, like, badass.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah, all of that's really cool. And my mum was, like, saying it all, but the thing that she just felt like, I think because she was maybe there at the time, seen it in cinema, it was a new thing. It had never... seeing the first Terminator, fuck, it's going to be a pretty intense experience. And
yeah,
our childhood, we seen T2, so I guess...
Well, that's the crazy thing is that I did actually see Terminator before I seen Terminator 2 somehow, just like on TV at my granny's once, and I remember thinking, like, it was amazing, and like, imagine if they made a sequel, and then they made a sequel, and it was like,
Excuse me, I'm still eating something vinegar, McCoy's. But the thing that made T2 so incredible for us, sitting around with...
I'm going to quick save here a second.
Sitting around watching it, was it, obviously without any internet or anything. Spoiler alert.
This is back to the fucking start, isn't it?
When you still think that Arnie is wanting to kill Sarah.
Sure.
You still think he's wanting to kill, like, John Connor. So it's the turnaround of realising that he, like, come with me if you want to live kind of thing.
Sure.
And that was, like, the really excellent twist. And I think that, we all loved it. I think my mum forgets how much we were obsessed with that film. We rented it so much. And every time, I always excused myself to go to the bathroom for the thumbs up thing, because after the first time, I just couldn't.
The what do you call it? The Guns N' Roses thing.
Moment in any film.
Still love it, Andrew. Like the Guns N' Roses thing. It's
Love
such
the
a
Guns N'
quirky
Roses
thing.
The Guns N' Roses moment was like, when I pointed it out to my mum and dad as a kid, I thought I'd really, like, crack the code of, like, like Da Vinci Code or some shit, It's so basic, but when you're, like, a 6 or 7-year-old child, you think that you're, like, a genius because you've worked it out.
I thought it was sweet. Like,
I thought it was amazing. Robert Patrick's amazing in it, though.
To me at the time, they were like one of the coolest bands anyway. How the fuck am I supposed to get to that bloody thing? That looks like literally impossible to get to. Huh?
So much of the direction in T2 is really,
Cameron
breathtaking.
Game and soundtracks like fucking iconic, and
it stands up, and it's a piece of art. I don't know. I love so much of it. Arnie with one hand, like, because my dad, knew a bit about hunting and guns and everything like that. But the fact that Arnie reloads a pump action with one arm, with one hand.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And he shoots it with one hand, and knowing the recoil that comes off one is insane. I don't know if, like, did you ever fire one with me?
I've never fired a shotgun. Shotgun's my favourite gun. Like, it's the...
Well, it's the, what aisle is it in? In S Mart.
Hardware is L12. Shot Smart Shop. S Smart.
As if they're gonna know, as if that advertisement's gonna work on these medieval people.
Oh, he says it at the start of the movie. The flip reload's so fucking sweet as well. Yeah, Andrew. Dear.
Yeah.
Such a fucking film.
It was, like, see that moment, seeing it for the first time, and my dad and my brothers, we were all just in awe. We were just like,
The whole
we
truck
already
chase
were
and
obsessed
everything's
with
so
Arnie.
fucking outrageously cool. Like, I mean, there's just
See
so
the
many.
the chase down in the aqueduct. Holy shit! Fuck. And the scrambler, because we had scramblers at the time too. It was just like Guns N' Roses and everything. It was just, everything about the film was just perfection. I don't know, and I loved Ed Furlong in it too. He was so cute.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Ed Furlong is probably the reason I wanted to have long hair when I was a kid. To be fair, like,
Yeah.
it was like I want to be like, because then I would have been able to hang out with Arnie. You know, like that's kind of like kid logic right there. But
We all wanted Arnie to be our dad
yeah,
in that movie.
if I could have had a Terminator, like, yeah.
Like a nice dad Terminator.
I remember, like, the first time, it was because it was on, like, BBC, like, and I didn't believe my brother Stephen when he said about it, because it seemed like such a bullshitty kind of thing that Stephen would have came out with, right? But it was like, there was a version of Terminator 2 on BBC last night, and it had, like, loads of extra stuff, and I was like, right, chinny fucking reckon. And then it turned out it was true, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh no.
There's more Terminator 2, and it's like, makes it even better. I'm stunned. Couldn't believe it, man. Wait, so what? Can I not?
I didn't go to the aqueduct in LA, Andre, unfortunately, but I wonder if I passed it, because I went into the place where Edward Scissorhands was filmed, where they have the pastel painted houses.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if, like, Andrew, if you're a fan of Edward Scissorhands. I know Meg's not massively a fan, is that right?
Just I've not really seen it, like, other than
It
when
was
I
one
was a
of my
kid and I
favourite
was like
films as a child. I
falling
was
asleep when I
fucking...
seen it. Like, I mean, not because it was
What?
boring, I was
So
just
brilliant.
like rented out and not put on till like late, you know?
Oh, I love it. I just love it so much. I went to the place where it was filmed, so it's like a... I suppose one of the... Yeah, it's just like a suburban...
Kind of looks like the kind of place that would be in Fallout or something like that, does it
It's
not?
kind of... It does look like that, but it isn't. It's built in the desert. Just outside of LA. But I went there.
Yeah, I remember, that's the only thing I remember about the whole fucking movie, Andrew, is Avon. Like, that's literally it.
Avon calling. Yeah.
Like, it's strange that that's my only memories of that entire film, you know?
Yeah.
That, and I'm like making something out of ice, right?
Well, I always remember
Ice
the woman
sculpting?
who was cutting her hair, and she was like having an orgasm while he's cutting her hair. I always remember thinking, like, I didn't know what was going on, but it felt like I shouldn't be watching,
Okay.
even though he's just cutting her hair. Do you know what I mean?
Remember that.
Yeah. She was
Like, there's two souls here I don't know how to get. And sliding down like that's not helping me. But sorry, she's getting her haircut, and it's what, the haircut's so good that she's coming. Is that it? I don't.
yeah.
Well, women are very strange these days, that's for sure. And there's another 2 souls down here. I think I would just have to look at a walkthrough rather than running about here like some sort of lemon. But I know what I can do. Are you ready?
You gonna nut?
No, we're not gonna nut. We're gonna do something even more exciting.
Are you gonna go to Benny Hill? Are you gonna clap some cheeks?
I'm gonna fucking clap some cheeks, boy.
Yes!
You ready?
Let's clap cheeks. This is what literally we've been waiting for the whole time.
I know, and now it's finally... But this is actually kind of cool because it's like finally you get to see the serial killers and duke it out with them and stuff, right? How many Dark Souls are there in this place? 1. There's 1 Dark Soul in this entire prison area. Hey, man. Now I am the Benny Hill. Benny Hillo, man. Wait, how did I do this? It was so expert too.
Let's see this happen. I can't wait.
There we go. That's the shit right here. Oh, come back. I am the Lord of the Benny Hill. Oh look, he's going all Monster Mash on us.
Oh my god, has he turned into like...
Got full Monster Mash, like I said.
He sounds so like... lizard person. Wasn't he the lizard guy though?
He is the lizard man, yeah.
Yeah.
The Lizard King, as he claims. Oh shit, I need health. Come on, Shadow Man, get some fucking health. No, you nutsack! There, that's just not ammo. Oh, that's disappointing. Bang! I like that it just says bang on that. Okay. There, he's back. Shit, he's back. Tell a friend.
Look at this face.
Quality gameplay. There he goes!
Surely he's dead! Yay!
And look at that great view.
That's the sound of his cheeks being clapped, by the way.
The Dark Souls are mine.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, womp womp. So finally we have beaten one of the 5. The first of the 5, some could say. I guess he is the first of the 5. That's why you would say it, just to make you aware. And I assume now that I'm Chadrick man that I can actually do whatever this weird thing was back here that didn't make much sense beforehand.
It's actually been written in the prophecy that you were going to clap his cheeks, and the fact that you did proves that magic is real.
I knew magic was real.
So did I. I didn't need the prophecy to tell me magic was real.
So what am I supposed to do with this though? That's weird.
Stick it up your ass.
What is that? Prism! Oh, okay. Did he give me a Dark Soul? He did, yeah, okay.
I would if I could.
Bitch!
I love that guy.
He's pretty amazing to be fair.
You need his hot dog blouse.
I really actually did giggle for it and I couldn't find it.
Did you really actually?
Yeah, I did try and find it. I wanted that hot dog shirt so bad, but I can't find it like anywhere.
You're not Sigma enough for that.
There was loads of hot dog shirts, but none that were as good as his hot dog shirt.
You have to level up to Sigma male before you can wear that hot dog
You know what?
shirt.
I'm prepared to accept that argument because
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm fucking ridiculous.
He really fucking means it too. Like,
I like how he sheepish he starts out and then he gets so angry so quickly.
But also he drives off laughing.
I would
I mean, you
imagine.
gotta admire that. You gotta admire that.
Bitch.
Bitch!
Probably the best delivery of bitch in known existence.
Easily. Movie downhill from there. The credits just have to roll.
I think as far as the more, it's actually a fairly, like, sad, serious movie. It's, like, really supposed to be quite depressing, believe it or not.
No one cares about the rest of the movie though after that.
I think, like, yeah, that they're, like,
The
it was
movie
memed
peaks.
beyond recovery at that stage.
It peaks at that point and it's all downhill from there.
Pico Man.
Have you seen Samurai Cop or whatever that fucking thing is?
No, actually, I've seen
Like
the
the
sequel,
real, like,
unfortunately, which is, like, agonizingly
is-
bad.
Is that the one then that's memed loads? That like is infamous?
The first is infamous, yeah, and I've not seen it. It's the one that's like,
The acting
yeah,
is awful. Like
Yeah.
the guy gets his haircut like part way through.
I've seen the wig.
And they make him wear like a cap with a wig under it. And it's like real, like sitting real big on his head.
That's amazing. Come on,
Damn.
man.
Holy shit. It's amazing.
I
Some
would
unbelievable
actually like to
way.
see that. The first one, the second one though, like was it had Tommy Wiseau in it, and like you would think that
What?
would like be me all over it, right? But it was like
Oh, it's
exactly because it is Tommy Wiseau in it. You can imagine that it's like we're gonna try and make a shit movie now, you know,
that
that
makes
kind
me
of thing.
bummed out though. It sounds like they're taking the piss out of Tommy though.
Well, he's in it, and he's just basically. There's also like some Japanese woman that's also trying to overact alongside him, you know. But it's like it's that kind of thing when
Again, it wasn't meant to be a funny thing. The first film.
yeah, exactly. And that's the problem with this. It's like this is trying now to be like in on the joke, and it's like no, you can't
That's
do it
not funny.
anymore. You can't. That's not how this works.
I had no idea Tommy Wiseau was in the second one. I've seen bits, like quite a lot of it, you know. Quite a lot of the worst dialogue and the worst parts of that one, and it's just again.
I've
who
seen the
signed
scene
off
with the
on it?
nurse.
The
where
nurse
it's like
thing's basically the best scene. Yeah, it's the best scene.
outrageously like what? Like the first time I seen that, I was like. Genuinely, it was probably like the first time Wee Andy. I call him Wee Andy. He's not wee, is he? But like, he's buff Andy now, like mushy Wee Andy. But like, the first time I like seen like a clip of The Room was him sending me it, and I was like, "Why are you sending me like weird clips from porn?" And he was like, "It's not from porn. It's like a real movie." And well, you know how that rabbit hole ended up going, but
Yeah, there you go.
Samurai Cop, like the first scene I ever seen was that there, the nurse scene, the nurse chat up scene, and I was just like,
It's just there are no words. It just aren't there are no words.
is it ad libbed? Like, I mean, it's one of those kind of things where you're like, oh, this must be ad libbed, surely. Like,
It's the amount of glances between him and his like
the black
partner.
guy.
Body, yeah. the kind of the 80s glances and
The reaction
expressions.
shots.
Yeah, between the two.
Yeah, it's something else.
Oh, we should watch it together at some point. I mean,
I'll watch
maybe.
that, sure.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. And I think it does the kind of Joseph Lie thing of splicing in.
Holy crap, look at this guy.
Feels like he's like a titan or something in that dude. What the hell?
He's certainly a large fella, isn't he?
I don't remember this guy.
Nor I. Yeah, this could be the new content that the previous guy was on about. Well, he's not very hard. Spoilers.
Yes. Dark souls are mine.
Whee! And I think there was
think-
another out there that was glitching out. Yeah. Hi, how's it going? You flow? Listen, honey.
Listen, honey. Yeah.
Showing, growing. What about this?
Chewing, growing. Jesus Christ.
First time I ever heard that actually was in the car with Stephen, and I
Did he
nearly
not love
died.
it? I'm sure he loved it too, though.
Yeah, he did. I was quite surprised that he adopted Tenacious D so well.
I'm not surprised because there's certain things where I would be like, yeah, be pretty sure Stephen would love that, and then there's just a whole other area where I just don't think he would be a fan at all.
Yeah, but then there's
But
surprising
something-
ones like, what do you call it? Sure, he watched all of it and was urging me to watch it for the longest time before I finally did. True Detective. Stephen was like, "Why haven't you watched True Detective yet?" Like that was basically.
So
In
did
fact,
you, did
it's
you
going to be a
speak to Stephen
talking
about
point the
True
next time I
Detective?
get to see him. That
Oh,
it's going
okay,
to be
you've
like,
not spoken to him about it yet then.
huh?
You haven't spoken to Stephen about having watched it yet?
No, we've not seen him in person, and like we're not really phone talkers, you know.
Yeah.
Phone talkers, we don't just do it.
Here we are, back at PG's again. Back where we started. Just talking.
And so I feel like though I've made some actual progress like tonight. Like it's been mostly progress tonight in the game. You've got to give me that, right?
Progress these nuts.
It was mostly progress tonight, wasn't it though?
You just ignored me.
And continued be. What do you mean, Andrew? That's my favorite BG vocals.
BG.
The G. The
Jesus.
bejesus. The scared the bejesus out of me.
Jesus.
BG. Okay. Very good. I approve.
You know what? That's a really nice place to end the stream, I think.
What?
Dude, we've been streaming for like 4 hours.
Alright, well, fair fucks. I'm near.
Yeah.
Let me get. I think there is going to be like a checkpointy kind of area I'm coming up to, like where I'll actually get the wee. Come on, Slowpoke bar showing up again.
Okay. Oh my god.
But I feel like again, I've done really like. It wasn't too much actually being lost, other than that bit where I was convinced there was a drum that there wasn't. But then I did find it in the end, so you know there was.
That was great. Thanks for that update.
Yeah, cheers, asshole. But you know, like
How dare you? You keep calling me names. How dare you, sir?
I wonder why I would do that.
No need for that.
But like I'm genuinely pleased that I made some bloody progress for a change.
Fucking so am I. I'm sitting here waiting.
You were waiting for me. Make progress. That famous lyric. Somebody else shoot at me there. Huh. No, but I'm quite pleased, like that I've made sufficient progress. Didn't get too lost. Actually got the kill. Clapped some man's cheeks. Like I mean, this should be all like. You guys should be all over this shit.
My favorite part was when you clapped that guy's cheeks. That was my highlight of the stream.
Was the Benny Hill rolling around him?
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
It's pretty hot. Yeah, I'll give you that. Definitely doesn't sound facetious or anything, does it?
Would I ever be
Shit.
facetious?
I shouldn't have added stuff to my PlayStation list because it's now telling me that there's items on sale, and it's like, no, don't tell me that I've got games on sale. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. He thought he was going to be all invincible on my ass again. Like he'd got to be before, and then I got to like beat his nutsack in and out. There's big fucking fellas. I don't know if I'm gonna go down there just yet.
I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna lay it down here, Megatron.
Okay, you
I'm
let
gonna
that.
say, Alright, I will that time. I'm about to. I think
Fuck's sake.
I think the next time you stream, you've just got to name the subtitle has to be about clapping cheeks, because that'll get a lot of people interested.
I
A
think-
lot of people will really support me on this, Andrew. A lot of people will be like, fuck, I need to tune into that guy's stream. He's clapping cheeks on that stream. That would
This
entice
definitely
me.
sounds
I'd be very
plausible.
enticed. I would be very enticed.
You'd be very enticed, would you?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I came here in the first place. I was enticed by the promise of cheek clapping.
That was the whole reason you tuned in, was it?
Yes.
I don't know really how I feel about that in many ways. I feel like I should be hurt,
Sounds
but
like
I'm
you're
not
kink
gonna lie.
shaming. I'm really hoping you're not right now, but it kind of sounds
I'm a
like
wee
you
bit
are.
hurt. I'm a wee bit hurt.
You kink shaming?
I'm not king shaming, I'm just a bit hurt, that's all.
Sounds like you're kink shaming a little bit though.
No, I'm just hurt. Is he actually coming out of his cage? No.
Well, sorry that I'm giving you great tips for how to get more viewers, but if you don't want to know about them, then it's fine, I guess.
I think we need to be realistic. I'm not going to be getting any more viewers.
Oh dear.
Not with this quality level of debate. Oh look,
I'm not debating. I'm simply
this guy's debating, like
offering
mass
excellent
debating.
advice.
Look at him. Like this is like the best that the like the Legion guy can put up against Shadow Man is this. He didn't expect me to be like circle rolling at him.
I've seen, and I mean this in not a sarcastic way, I've seen much better Mega Man bosses.
Mega Man bosses are gonna be fucking brutal, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
mean this in not a sarcastic way
Yeah,
whatsoever.
damn.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What can I kill this fucker with that might actually give me a chance of surviving? It's funny, like, this guy's probably more dangerous than the other fucker. Than James Big Man, whatever he was called. I don't know why he's called James Big Man, but he was.
There's literally a character in this game called Jaunty.
There is, yeah, actually, good point. I need to stop being so harsh on myself.
Yeah.
Hello there, Michael. Oh, sweet Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Oh, do you know what I would love right now? And
Tell
I
me.
know I can make it a reality.
What?
Hot chocolate with wee baby marshmallows.
You're not gonna give any to me?
Well, you're not here.
Oh, that's mean.
I mean, like, I don't have the technology to send it over to you yet.
Could you hear me?
Would you like to download some hot chocolate?
I'd love to be able to download some hot chocolate right
But,
now,
like-
I'm gonna be honest with you.
But real chocolate melted, like the
Yeah.
proper VOG, like Swiss chocolate whisked into real milk and topped with baby marshmallows. And I
Got
do
that help
also
so I
have
don't
a
die?
flake. I have a flake too.
You see, I don't know if
Holy
I could download all that, like my bandwidth cap might be breached, but...
Yeah.
Oh shit. Fuck my nuts. I'm really close to the edge. Down by the water!
Holy shit.
What?
Tardy pops?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll end very, very, very soon. Don't worry. I think we're really near the end of that area. I'm still not that impressed though that like Sony's like going, hey, here's more games you could buy that you wanted to buy that are on sale. It's like, no, don't tell me that. I don't want to know about these games that are on sale.
Yeah, you do.
No, don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to be blowing more money on games. Like, I've literally hundreds of games I could play, and I mean that sounds like the kind of chinny shit that some wee dick would come out with in school. Yet at the same time, you know it to be true.
I know, but in school would have meant a different thing. But now it's sadly true. I know.
It's a depressing reality now.
I suppose it's like going from being a peasant to being Jeff Bezos or something like that. And going like, what would it be like if I had? Oh, okay, now I have like billions and trillions of dollars.
No, I just don't have time. I think that's the sad thing though, isn't it? It's just like time, motivation, energy, all that kind of stuff starts to become the problem instead, unfortunately. I don't know if I'll ever get the, like, you have to pay for the DLC for the Yuffie thing on the PS5 version of FF7. I don't know, like...
You actually want to have Yuffie in your party?
I like
what?
Yuffie. She was one of my favourite characters.
You said you didn't like her?
No, I always liked using Yuffie and stuff. She was a ninja girl.
You said you found her annoying?
Not as much as Darren did. Like, Darren really hated her. But I didn't mind.
really didn't like her either. I found her really annoying, and...
Her stealing your materia, like, does make you want to boot her in the
No,
face.
that's just like, instantly, you're a wee cunt. Fuck off. Like, I don't find you cute. You're the annoying kind of cute character that's meant to be. Nah, fuck off. Tifa all the way.
Oh, I'll always say Tifa all the way. Like, I'll always be
No, but
Tifa.
Yuffie is not a nice character or pleasant in any way. It's just like, no.
Well, again, it's a DLC for the, what do you call it? The remake, but you have to, like, pay for it. Apparently it's on sale, but it's probably still, like,
I wouldn't mind
quid.
seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing how she's interpreted in the remake, because I definitely think that would, given how different some of the characters came across, that I maybe didn't, I wouldn't say disliked, but probably just didn't really care about before, that I liked and cared about.
I
So
kind of
maybe
feel,
I would see the character differently.
kind of feel bad though, because, like, didn't I kind of say that more or less by the end of it? I ultimately didn't really like the remake that much in the end. Like, my favourite thing about it was Cloud and Tifa's horny interactions, you know, the awkwardness. I suppose the making Reese nice.
I think
And the
I
bit
don't
where you run
play
up the
it
stairs
myself.
complaining about running up the stairs. I like that as well.
I thought bringing it and keeping, not only retaining the characters as you remembered them, the ones you care about, but ones that, like Iris, that didn't really, just so inoffensive and bland that I didn't care, but I actually really liked her in the remake, so I felt like, yeah, I really liked the remake. I'd like to see what they would do with Yuffie. Find her in her original guise to be just an irritating... There's a specific archetype of character and she fits it.
Sure.
And yeah, it doesn't matter that she's a ninja. It didn't save the character for me. That was an unlikable personality.
I really, what do you call it? I hated every new character they added into the remake. The only thing that I did like was the fact that they kind of expanded Jessie and made her, like, again, ultra horny for Clyde, awkwardly so in some ways. I still find
that
out
was a little awkward at points, yeah.
there was definitely very strange though, like how like the game is sort of like, yay, terrorism at points. It's a bit weird. Like, I know the Shinra are evil, but it's still very oddly like, hooray for the terrorists. And you're sort of like going, right, I'm from Northern Ireland, that's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
We're a little more negative about terrorists over here. They're not a positive. Like, this is a pretty fucking massive game, though. Like, all in all, like, this is series, you know, like not the series in this game, like in Shadow.
Yeah.
There's like a ton of fucking stuff going on in it, to be fair.
It's just like, I'm gonna say it, it's just too big. It lacks coherence. There's nothing that benefits it for being so rambling without a map.
Yeah, the lack of map really hurts it, for sure. And again, I know people's arguments for like, oh, but it's not holding your hand, and that's a good thing. It's like, yeah, but you can
That's
still
fair
be
enough.
pointed
Whenever
in
it's
the right
to the
direction.
detriment of you having fun,
Yeah.
and we're talking about a first-time player here, like not someone who's played it loads of times for years, you know.
Yeah. I'm not somebody who played it on one of the decent versions.
Yeah.
So I came in here.
Dude,
I got some barrels.
I'm gonna have to like go shortly, like as in 5
Sure.
minutes. So,
By the looks of
you
things,
wanna
I seem to
continue
have.
on, or?
No, I'll stop here. But I'm just wondering, like, I came into here and I don't know. Spoilers. I don't know what I actually got by coming in here.
Surprise, and that's not an insult on you. That's literally not. That is not a slight on you, by the way. It's just this game. I'm not surprised you don't know where you're meant to go, because it's like,
Don't know who they are, what they were doing.
yeah. I definitely have to go though, because I'm like trying to be vaguely mindful of sleeping.
Sure. Well, it's one of those big guys. So I think what I'll have to do, actually, there is like a passageway I can take, believe it or not, up here. So I'm gonna go and I think that's it. Actually, that's the goal over there. Believe it or not.
Oh, in your rectum, Kyle.
Put my balls. It's the way Bart sings it.
There's no care or attention.
I wanna put my balls in your rectum.
It's children that you really love the most.
There's multiple children I love it in that one, but it's like that doesn't
It's
sound
the
right.
real
But it's like
shouted one that I love.
I love the matter of fact is
Strange
that
one.
I'm gonna make love to the children. Oh dear. Oh fuck. They must have been howling. They must
No,
have
but
been
it's the one where he
howling.
shouts after them, children!
Yeah, it's the alright. Goodbye. Children. No attempt to match the audio whatsoever. Fucking genius, I swear. Oh man.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, yeah, I'll have all this joy to deal with next time. I've saved my game. I've got a big good
Can't
take
wait.
care of. I've got
Can't
lots
wait
of.
to set. I mean, I'm sure both of us can't wait to set like 5 hours of an evening aside to run around aimlessly again.
Well, I'm not running around aimless anymore. That is actually the good thing. Like, I'm actually now at the stage where I don't need to run
There's
around
been a lot of
aimlessly.
that. There's been a lot of that though.
That's door number 6. I'm supposed to get a passcode at some point that allows me to stop these, but I don't know when you get that fucking passcode. I suppose that would be
By
the
the way,
joy
I
of
thought
figuring
of
that out.
another great tune the other day. I think it's the Everly Brothers again, but You Lost That Love and Feeling. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
tune.
it's grand.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
The chorus is brilliant.
And now it's Tron. Whoa.
It is the lowering of the notes at the end that I really appreciate.
You've lost that knapsack feeling.
Don't immediately desecrate it.
Well, are you surprised?
I'm not, but don't do that.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Righteous Brothers, he's right, yeah.
So yeah, the Righteous Brothers. I always get them confused with the Everly Brothers.
The Righteous and the Wicked Brothers.
Yeah.
Got it.
Great tune.
Righteous and Wicked, I put it on the list, didn't I?
No, I meant the one that I just mentioned. It's a great tune.
Oh, okay, I thought you were
Yeah, Righteous and the Wicked is great as well.
Yeah.
It's very different.
It's very different.
Different conversation.
For another day. Unchained Melody.
Did Lever Brothers ever give you your money back?
Never,
by the way?
man. Like, I fucking asked them and everything, and they weren't for it.
That's hectic, man. Maybe now that you're call them out on the Shadow Man stream, you could.
I might actually, I might, like, go like here, streamer, long time parcel user, and I just landed on. I'm gonna let out like straight here. I never got my money back. All those times I wanted my money back, he's never gave me it back. What the fuck, man?
Advertising, that's fucking shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like this here Irish woman in this advert, like.
What was the caveat? Like, what was the thing that?
I think it was pretty much you. If you don't like our parcel or our soap or whatever, then we'll give you a full refund. Nice. I got nothing of the sort. Now, to be fair, I don't think I ever applied for it. Did they do Unchained Melody as well?
Yeah, I knew it was the same dude that did Unchained Melody, but I mixed it up, and Andrew is correct. It's the Righteous Brothers, not the Everly Brothers. I'm not
the
sure
Everly Brothers, were they like the 80s ones?
I don't know. Yeah, Righteous Brothers all the way, man. Chainsmiths.
Oh, they were Chainsmiths, yeah.
Yep.
Well, they died. And they lost the ability to write all their songs, which was really lame.
That's the circle of life, maybe. The wheel of fortune.
Yeah.
The way of all things.
Yeah, you knew the Lion. Have you actually ever seen the Lion King since you told me your sad story of the Lion King?
Don't out me on stream, come on.
No, I didn't give any context or details, so...
Yeah, but then we'll have the... Oh, what's the story behind it? Well, there is no story.
They'll never know.
Yeah, well, shut up.
What?
No, I haven't seen the Lion King. I've seen bits of it. I know what happens.
Can't wait to be king.
Oh fuck, I love that tune. Can't wait to be king.
He should have been patient, I feel, you know? On a primitive, that doesn't make sense. I like that it's still got a laugh out of you, Craig.
Of course it did. If it had been an intelligent joke with well-crafted humour, it wouldn't have got a laugh out of me. The terrible truth.
Well, I can tell you this much: I've beaten this guy, and that's one of the 5 killed. Now I've got to go find the others. I'm not sure when I'm supposed to get the things that let you know.
Was Jeremy Irons the voice actor for Scar? I think he was.
Sorry?
Jeremy Irons.
Oh, Jeremy Irons is Scar, yeah, 100%.
Scar, yeah. Hot. I knew he was hot.
He's a strange man, unfortunately. 245. Am I supposed to get the code from the diary, though? SPC? Pop?
Excuse me?
I think he's just told me the code that I'm supposed to put into this here, but I was wondering, am I supposed to get the code? Is it from Jack the Ripper's diary? You get the code or something like that, isn't it? Does that sound right, or did I make that up completely? 2, 4, well there's 2, and then next is 4, and then the other one's going to be 5. So basically this is where I think you had said, Louise, that you basically couldn't proceed in the game. You were... Yeah, Jack's Journal, okay, so he's the... Okay. Well, you saved me a bit of time backtracking later, although I'll probably need the souls, won't I?
What did I not do then?
So you have to shut down all these here, that then creates a pathway that you can traverse to the final area of the game.
Yeah.
That is 2, isn't it? 2, that's 4, and that's 5, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's shut down. Fine. Okay, no, thank you for saving me from backtracking, dude. I think this is definitely the point to call it a night, though. But no, we've made really good progress. We've killed the first of our 5. We have decent amount of Dark Souls, like a respectable amount of Dark Souls. 70 out of 120, and we've got another big chunk of life. We're not that many along towards another chunk of life, but now I've got, what, how many of those ribcage things? So I can go kill another 3 of the 5. So yeah, and then basically just continue exploring, and when I get more souls and abilities, that will allow me to finish it off. But thanks very much for the advice, Pop. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And yeah, Louise, you can let me know when you're ready to do it again, and I will. Yeah, I will be back soon.
Excellent.
Just need one more soul per part of. Really? Fuck yeah, making real progress. You'll see the end of Shadow Man yet, Louise.
I can't wait.
Thank you, Pop. Thank you, Andrew, and thank you, Louise. But
thanks, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm sure we will be back again soon.
We will be back to be shadowy men and shadowy women, shadowy they.
Dear God, end the stream now.
Keep my PC. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. Thank
don't
you.
do drugs, everything like that.